and it has
Deleting chapter
started.
20.
I'm sorry. You're deleting a certain chapter.
This one is fluff. Who do I voice again? I love how my chapter summary is. Felt like I wanted some fluff today, so I have a little softer chapter.
Oh, well, user
and then the
2008
notes
is
is lusty
streaming.
backstory and the
Whoa.
I didn't know.
Could have ever foretold.
Helvetica, Jay, you voice Helvetica.
Please, need a pet.
and,
Stop.
Okay.
Me.
Desi.
Oh,
I nearly
damn.
just joined the wrong. I nearly joined
I'm
another.
asking
Anyways.
because I want to know if I have to speak. Because I have
yeah.
a very sore throat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to. Also, I don't think that.
Yeah.
What chapter? We are in
We're
chapter
on 25.
Desi's
25,
name
we've
is
said
mentioned
this
8
before.
times. He speaks none.
Hold on, I have a silly
Oh,
goofy
rest
joke
in
because I
peace,
just had a
Desi.
popsicle. What did the mustard say when it was left behind?
What?
Mustard leaf.
No, but anyone else want to have a try?
What?
I don't know. Does anyone else want to take a guess at what it was?
Take a gander.
Take a gander.
You gander.
Now you gotta have one of the characters in your fics use that unironically, please.
Take a gander. Me and Sarah both say that. I got it from an ASMR artist, and Sarah just found it randomly.
That's amazing.
And we've both been saying, take a gander. And it's so unserious.
Yeah.
Really goofy.
So yeah, what did the mustard say when it was left behind? Don't wait for me, I'll catch up.
I'm gonna
That was the best joke I've ever heard.
Okay, one second.
Keeping...
Why is this the start to the stream?
What happened? I
Beauty.
wasn't looking
This is
at the screen, I
absolute
just-
beauty. That's what it
to the
is.
joke. It was to the joke.
You sound like Voldemort.
I can't do his voice. Crime.
My throat hurts so bad right now. Oh shit! I keep forgetting to put on. You guys start. I'll join back. I need to call my mom really quick.
Alright, hold on.
Okay.
I need to get
That does have
And-
some
Good,
words in
that's
it.
about right.
Slobber.
We are no longer even.
My...
Crime.
Skill issue.
Crime.
Hey there, running up
Tears
that
in my
hill.
eyes. Why am I still in naughty jail? Let me out!
Always.
No, keep in jail. Stay in jail.
You're staying in
Release
jail.
me!
What chapter are we on again?
25.
25.
25.
We said the best
It's
time.
like-
I know, but like I'm creature.
Chat, I want to be with my
I've been out.
family.
I've been
again.
out all
Let me
day.
No family.
out. Release me. I'll just rename it to Lust Jail. I mean, at this point, honestly.
Fine, I'll let you
My
go.
house. Guys.
I guess I'll narrate first.
Amazing.
Can you just test how my mic is?
Like, I would offer to narrate, but I probably am there.
Holy crap, why is my mic better? My mic is better than it is normally! What the heck is this?
No,
the
this
first
is
time
how
I
you normally are.
No, this is crime.
There we go.
There's new people and I just missed it. Did more people die? More people did die. Oh no!
What?
My ducks! I have the duck thing open
Oh, right.
because
Oh,
they're all
no.
crowded. They all crowd at
So
this
now
one
I want to
spot.
open the duck game.
Crime.
Hold on.
My babies, they're all dead.
Those are, you can't take care of your children.
Okay, this is a sign. We're changing from. Oh crap! No.
Let me figure out my mouse later. I can play duck game without mouse.
We're making a new spot now. Why is there magnets? I ask questions as other duck games.
Yes, I
Oh,
see.
it's like duck.
I see Dino's playing it now. I just see your Steam go. I see the
Oh,
Steam
Steam
notification
pop up.
like, hey, this
Oh.
person's
They're calling us
playing
out.
Wait, let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
I'm gonna open a
Subnautica. When the fuck did
multiplayer
we get
game for us.
Subnautica?
That's new,
Anyways.
supposedly. Oh, of course, the alien duck is the first duck constantly.
Should I start narrating? Are we ready
Okay.
to start?
I think so.
Hold
hold
start
on.
check.
Where's the dock
Have
of...
ducks been lined up?
Everyone, check yourselves and see what you have. I'll
been
manifest
I know
two
who I
weeks.
have. I'm the
It's
main
been like
character.
a week
Yeah.
or two.
I've
I'm
got
Brett, Dustin, Kiko.
There it is.
I'll take. I am Lust, Blue, and Jupiter. And wait, yeah, and Mal. Can't forget Mal.
So I'm Apollo, Elfies, Papyrus, and Tango.
Cheers.
Hi Jay, welcome back.
we haven't even managed to start yet.
Yeah.
Did you start? Or...
No, we haven't. I was
Sorry.
waiting for people to get ready so I could start narrating.
Oh, you're narrating?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I would rather not narrate today. My voice is
That's
screwed.
Yeah,
fair.
You're not gonna make you. You're
Why?
banned from it today.
You're banned
ill.
from it today.
Yeah.
You're ill.
Bro, everyone felt
Ill
so
and
bad.
sickly.
I was like, yeah, I threw up like 5 times. And they were like,
Oh.
what?
Dusty.
You
Are you?
It's because I'm chronic.
Mm.
I have something called cyclic vomiting disorder. I'm gonna give and you let her go reader that, and that's gonna be her reason for becoming a doctor because she was misdiagnosed as a child,
Oh.
and they're like,
Honestly,
she was
surreal.
being dramatic. I'm literally I'm so tempted to make that like her backstory is that she
Please
had.
do.
Honestly,
I can't. I got told that my ADHD did not exist, and no one.
Literally
No,
said
they would not diagnose me at all.
I still have yet to be
Give me, like,
diagnosed
a
for
couple
anything,
minutes. Give me,
honest
like, a
to
couple
fucking
minutes.
I
Give me a
God.
haven't
couple
either.
minutes.
I've been diagnosed for chronically severe anxiety and depression, severe depression, and that's it. And even then, I'm still not in therapy. I still don't have happy pills, bro. I'm like, please do something.
Yeah.
Fix me, please.
Ah, yes,
Okay.
the American health system. What a
Really?
beautiful mess.
All we
Please
know is
don't
that
have
the
sarcasm.
education
Sarcasm.
system's worse.
Yeah, they're both bad. They're both bad.
You know, Peter and
And not to mention, yeah, and plus, not
You
to
gotta get your
mention too,
hurry.
with how things are going, chances be the education system's gonna start getting worse because they can't pay for
gonna become
shit
non-existent.
No, because
Gonna turn non-existent
Where
real
my mom
fast.
came in. There we go. I found it.
the hell is it called?
Entire thing with
We're getting
Trump trying to
distracted.
cancel the education. Anyways.
I know we all have ADHD, but
We do.
Not at all. Yeah, we listen to the doctors.
Totally.
Right, guys?
Anyways, I've never,
Okay.
I'm creature chat.
Creature.
The only
Creature
doctor
boy.
I've really ever
You're
gone
more
to.
ADHD than me, boys. This is the thing. And I'm
And
diagnosed.
Yeah,
and
no, because
I'm on medication in my defense.
sobbing.
I mean,
I do
technically, yeah. I just don't take mine 90% of the time on the weekends, okay?
Actually, almost overdosed today.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
no.
Accidentally,
No,
no.
don't do that. Don't be like my uncle.
No,
This is
okay,
not
no,
the way to go.
It's my prescription nausea medication, but well, it wasn't mine. It was my friend's, but it's the one I normally take.
Bestie.
They
Oh,
weren't using
crap.
it, so they gave it to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
But their dosage was half of mine. So like I normally take 15, and theirs was 8 milligrams, and I was like, oh shit, that's gonna do nothing. So I took 3.
Why would you take 3?
Well, I took 2.
Oh, man.
Like to get myself through the day, and then there was a 30-minute car ride home,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, oh, so I took the last one in the car, and apparently 24 milligrams is the maximum dose that you can take in a day without overdosing. And I was like, oh,
Jay! Head
I'm
and
fine.
ham!
Jay,
Head and
you
ham!
can't die yet, Jay. Stop. No.
I
Stop
know,
trying
I need
to
to
stop
post
trying to
one.
pull one of
Yeah,
your your readers.
Multiplayer thing if anyone wants
I know,
to
I
join
need to
me in
post
that.
Oh my god.
Join me in floating around.
I could have
Joining
started
in the
with how long it took
No,
y'all to
because
start
like
this.
Still hasn't started.
Yeah, but no, yeah, because like
well,
when I was
that's
trying,
because
when I
you
was
guys keep talking.
sobbing.
Yeah, okay, everyone shut up. We're gonna
I've been
start.
ready to
I
start
have
for the
words.
last like 20 minutes.
I've been ready to start.
Hey,
You guys
guys!
are talking.
Hey guys.
Big,
Okay.
soggy bird eyes.
Okay, I'm just gonna start.
Fire.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Paint-
My hair's
It starts
Painting
with void in
again
this
was just like
chapter.
slipping on your old hoodie. It felt familiar, yet distinctly foreign and wildly comforting. Within an hour, you had a painting of your brother on the page, with dainty little feathers floating gracefully around him.
Guys, we're not. Are we on 25?
Yes, we're
Yes.
on
Oh,
25.
yeah.
Oh, 25!
I'm clicking the link and it's on 21. Okay.
Oh, no, the link doesn't go to 25, yeah, but we are on 25.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. No.
Oh. Oh. Dear.
I checked, I looked at the previous chapter and was like,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that was definitely the one we read not last week, but anyways.
Yeah.
You didn't include his wings in fear of another skeleton seeing the painting, but you included his halo as a bracelet. Painting the little blue feather clasped around his neck, still present after 3 years of contact, was especially fulfilling. You hadn't really noticed in the fray of being dragged to an alternate universe, but Apollo still wore your feather proudly next to his own, just like you wore his. It was odd to you how those two feathers were the only ones that survived your fall, but you chalked it up to the feathers disconnecting before you fell. With a hum, you slipped the painting into a dainty little frame you found in your inventory after cutting the paper to size, and slipped it in the birthday bag with the books and bookmarks you'd gotten him. You wanted to get him a gag gift, but you honestly weren't sure what to go with. You'd never given him a gag gift before, and you couldn't remember if you'd given anyone a gag gift before you drowned. You shrugged and figured you'd just ask Lust or Mars for help on that front. You stretched your legs out, letting them shift in the comfort of your room before getting back to painting. You were in the mood to paint, and you wanted to exploit that. You had a list of people you wanted to thank, so you decided to simply paint them to show gratitude. You weren't great at saying thank you. You constantly felt like a burden. You knew the lab fire wasn't your fault, the first one at least. You know it's not your fault that Apollo died. It's not your fault you died either. You are allowed to be happy. That was something you had to repeat to yourself a lot. Same with, it's not your fault. Maybe you were a therapist. You sighed softly, stretching your arms up before pulling out another sheet of mixed media paper and sketching out Blue and Stretch. You had a lot of practice in drawing skeletons from before drowning, and drawing yourself and your brother a lot in and out of the lab. You struggled with Blue's little bandana thing for a while before caving and Googling the reference. You were able to get it pretty quickly after that. Stretch was pretty easy to draw, even if it felt weird since you knew he didn't really like you. Maybe he just didn't trust you? Either way, it felt weird to draw him when you knew he would see it, but you weren't friends. Once your sketch looked good, something you were proud of, you quickly switched to paints. You finished pretty fast and put the painting aside for later. For fun, you drew Mars and Jupiter. You drew Lust, then Desi next to him. You painted both pages easily, in the groove of creation and desperately needing to do something with your hands. You didn't feel good that day. Something pressed on your chest, and you had this cloud over you that made you want to cry while numbing your emotions. You struggled with the lump in your throat and the urge to lay back down in bed. With a deep breath, you forced yourself to your feet, grabbing Blue, Lust, Mars, and Jupiter's paintings. You struggled to shift your legs again, but stumbled into the hallway with a sigh. You knew you had eaten today. You knew you should be fine, but you weren't. You missed him. You missed Girlby badly. You missed someone from your past. You don't remember much from before you drowned, let alone who you missed, but you missed someone. Why today? Why now? You took up a deep breath and calmed down a little, sitting on the couch and leaning back into the plush throw pillows. It wasn't long until Mars lumbered to your side, silently leaning into your side with a smile. Feeling all right? When you only offered a nod, he hummed and grabbed the remote. You wanna watch NCIS? He smiled and nodded, leaning on his arm after he wrapped his around your shoulder. About 20 minutes into the episode, a serial cannibal was introduced. Mars was rightfully uncomfortable, silently shifting in his seat, but not able to ask you to skip this episode or this part without revealing something. When you noticed, you immediately thought hard on how to distract him before remembering what you came out of the room for in the first place. You gently nudged him in the ribs before offering the painting of his and Jupiter. It did the trick, and you enjoyed watching his eyelight go wide and bright as his casual grin grew genuine. You paint key? You painted this? held the paper gently between the tips of his claws as he scanned the image. This is incredible, kid. When did you have time? He tried in vain to rub the color from your cheek, looking away bashfully as he praised you.
This morning. It's what I came out for.
Mars stared at it, gently tracing the lines of his brother's face before smiling at you. I didn't know you could paint, or like to. Did you tell me and I forgot? You shook your head.
I don't think so. If I did, then I don't remember.
Mars tugged you into a hug mid-shrug of your shoulders, but you quickly relaxed and leaned into his chest. It was warm and smelt like wood and petrichor. It made you miss Grilby a little more. Grilby often spent the night in your castle, and you had grown used to falling asleep in his arms. Grilby was always heater warm, like a thick blanket just taken out of the dryer, or sitting next to a bonfire in winter. He smelt of burning wood and faint fireworks. You loved it. You loved him. You missed him. You inhaled sharply and brought yourself back to the present as you felt Marta's hand rub into the back of your ribs. It didn't hurt or feel especially pleasurable, but he was pressing against your wings and it felt weird, kind of good. Either way, you were fighting a blush and pulling away. Mars had a light coat of red over his cheeks and was avoiding eye contact. Sorry, your bones are warped. Was trying to see if it was an old break or something else. You smiled weakly, feeling heat continue to rise to your cheek.
Okay. It's okay.
If you noticed he didn't explain like he usually did, he didn't show it. Looking down at the little painting again. Can I show Paps? Jupiter, I mean. He chuckled and nodded.
You can call him Paps to me. I don't know who you're talking about. Of course. I gotta go give Blue and Lust their paintings anyway.
He raised a brow. Blue and Lust? You offered a little shrug.
Yeah, Blue and Kyrus both healed my wrist, but Blue got me through the aftermath, I guess. So I attacked him on the first night here. I figured a painting. And thanks. Let's get his painting just because he's a good friend.
Mars smiled, looking at the other paintings after you had handed them to him. These didn't have frames, just sheets of thick paper, but they still came out very well. Why did Jupiter and I get one? He smiled softly, taking the paintings back and getting up to walk to the mansion.
Because you're a good friend.
Your mood had lifted after Mars' pleasant reaction to your painting. Before you'd left, he promised to tell you what Jupiter said about it when he showed him. You were part excited to hear, part embarrassed because of how excited you were. Whatever. You enjoyed your walk to the mansion, opting to feel the sun and feel the wind rather than teleport. Slipping in through the back door, you took in the quiet living room. Stretch was sleeping on the couch, while Blue fiddled with what looked like a puzzle box next to him. Lust and Desi seemed to be sketching up designs on the table in the dining room. Tango hovered over Desi's shoulder as Desi explained something on the page. Classic was also at the table, but on the other side, tinkering with a simple desk lamp. He watched his eyelids light up when he nudged some internal component and the light flickered on. Huh. Well, it made sense that he was a mechanic, he guessed. Someone had to build the machine. He sat in the chair next to Lust, quietly looking over the designs. They were very good drawings of what looked like workout clothes. The little notes were hard to read because of how small they were written, but the handwriting was neat. It was clear Lust understood how light and gravity affected folds on clothing. Hell, you would say confidently he could draw clothes better than you. He could definitely design them better as well. You remembered being good with fashion before drowning, but you were shit at coming out with outfits for characters. Pinterest always saved your ass on that front. You poked at the one you liked the most and offered him a thumbs up. Lust, who apparently didn't notice you were right there, jumped a little at your tap against the hardwood table, then beamed at you. Tango and Desi went quiet and stared at you for a moment.
You like them?
He gestured at the drawings. You smiled and nodded.
They're beautiful.
Lust blushed a little, busying himself with taking the one you liked and pointing out all the little details. It was sweet, and you enjoyed it. You plucked Desi and Tango's glance at your legs, as if looking for a tail. Oh, I kind of forgot they knew. Oops. You were content with listening to Lust ramble about his designs, asking little questions about the designs, which colors he wanted to use, fabrics, etc. Lust seemed damn near elated to talk about it, and even if you didn't want to hear about it, which you definitely did, his smile and star-shaped highlights were so worth it, cutie.
Oh, I just realized I've been,
Lust blushed and cleared his throat. He caught Classic watching you two curiously.
Did you need some? Wait, hold up. Is that Classic or is it Lust?
I think that's Lust.
Okay.
Lust.
Did you need something?
He smiled.
No, just wanted to see what you were up to. Oh, and I want to give you something.
You admitted, then immediately backtracked as you realized you were most likely distracting him.
But if you wait till another time, if...
Lust immediately held out his arms placatingly, an excited grin growing on his face.
Oh, no, now it's fine. Let me see.
He gestured for you to give, even though he had no clue what it was. It could be a grenade, Bruno Mars. Don't trust me that easily. He chuckled softly and handed Lust the painting of him and his brother. Lust took it immediately before actually looking at what was on the page, then immediately stilled. He stared at the paper in his hands, and you watched his highlights flick between details. After a moment, he gently traced his painted face with his thumb, then his brother's. His silence quickly made you nervous, but you stayed quiet and waited. Lust looked up to you, his highlights a little fuzzy and bright.
You painted this?
At your hesitant nod, he continued.
I didn't know you painted. Or drew. This is really good, sweetheart.
He smiled warmly at the painting again, before aiming a smile at you.
Thank you. Is this how you see us?
You nodded again, nervous at the thought of offending one of your first friends.
Yeah, I didn't have pictures, so I just went from memory. Sorry if anything's...
Lust put down the painting and leaned down to hug you tight. He smiled and rested your chin on his shoulder, taking in his pleasant smell of fresh paper, pencil shavings, and strawberry Laffy Taffy.
It's perfect. I love it, sweetheart. Don't apologize.
Lust was oddly emotional about the painting, and you really weren't sure why. You could only imagine it was something to do with his home universe and Lust's past, but you couldn't be sure without asking, and you were not asking. At least, not today. After being damn near strangled in Lust's hug, you were seriously tempted to change his contact to Anaconda on your phone. He handed the picture to Desi. Desi had is... Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I was like...
I just started singing Anaconda. I couldn't help
Uh-oh.
Sobbing.
Desi had a surprisingly similar reaction, though much quieter and more relaxed than Lust. He surprises you with a more gentle hug, a pat on the back, and a whispered thank you before looking away bashfully. Smelled like a fabric store and a Victoria's Secret perfume you couldn't put a name to. Huh, cuties. Traumatized cuties, clearly, but still cute. Maybe that was your type? Whoa,
Yeah.
who said that?
Don't worry,
Whoa,
Tigo.
who
It's the
said
same
that?
to me.
Crazy wind coming
I
through.
said it. Trust chat. I was the one who said it.
Crazy wind going through here.
Crazy. That's some crazy
Wow.
drafts.
Yeah, who could have ever
Insane
expected
drafts we
that?
got here.
blowing through that.
Who said that? You had to
You
stop.
had to stop
Wow.
doing that. Mentally giggling, you entertained another sweet hug from Lust before walking off to bother Blue. Stretch was still asleep next to him, so you're careful to be very quiet.
Oh
Blue
crap! I have
noticed
to
you
be
and smiled,
blushing.
offering a little wave. You waved back before just handing him the painting.
Consider the thing.
Gino.
And it's
What do you mean?
Oh my god, you're really quiet.
The aggression.
Darkling is very muffled for me, so it takes me a minute to process that he's so...
oh, am I muffled for anybody else?
A
No,
little bit, but you're still like eligible.
I
Yeah,
don't.
you're eligible just enough that I
I don't
can,
know.
like...
Eligible.
Takes me a moment to
I'm not
process.
having this. I don't have
I
that.
mean, it's
Let
not
me
too
try and
bad
fix
on
my
my end,
headphones.
so.
No, it's like
Okay.
barely.
Let me
Gino,
try-
I can hear
Give me a
all.
second.
My microphone is terrible. Listen.
Same.
That is true.
Okay, hold on. Let me actually read now.
Go ahead. No.
Okay. Consider it a thank you.
You whispered.
I'm back.
I was gonna be narrator for a hot second for you.
Yeah.
And you.
You whispered.
A very cold second, actually.
Stop. You didn't have to help me, especially after I attacked the first night. But you did. I wasn't really sure how else to say it.
Blue was silent, staring at the painting with a soft smile and fuzzy, star-shaped highlights. He would look at the painting, then his brother sleeping next to him, and trace the lines. After a little while, he reached over the couch to pull you into a hug. Blue smelled like freshly cleaned laundry and blue rock candy. Why did all of these skeletons smell so good? Blue hummed softly, whispering.
You didn't need to thank me.
Oh, Pierre's not here.
Pierre's dead. I'm taking Blue right now because Pierre is a fried snake, and wherever they live. Okay.
Fried snake.
Fried snake.
Roasty toasty.
Roasty toasty. Those non-existent toes roasted. Okay. Anyways.
Yep.
You didn't need to thank me. I had forgotten about the first night, and besides, it's not like you actually hurt me. You're just scared. I really love the painting, Kiko. Thank you. I didn't know you were an artist.
You blushed.
Thank you. Don't worry about it.
Blue chuckled softly, letting you go to gently shake Stretch awake. He groaned softly, just like Apollo did in the lab, before opening one socket to look up at his brother.
Oh, it's me again. I forgot I was Stretch.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Blue snickered and held the painting to where Stretch could see it. Stretch squinted at it for a moment before sitting up and taking it. He was silent for a while, just looking at all the little details, as Blue threw you under the bus before you could slip away.
You painted it.
Stretch startled and turned to you in surprise. You weren't sure if it was because he hadn't noticed you were there, or he was surprised that you were a painter, or that you would paint him for fun, or perhaps all three. But he didn't seem upset, so that was a win in your book.
Thank you. It's really good.
You went back to looking at it for a moment before you noticed Classic at his side. You had to force yourself not to jump, but Stretch didn't react in the slightest, just handing the painting over for Classic to look at. He hummed softly, holding it up to you. This is great, kid. He hesitated before smiling a little. Could I pay you to paint something for a friend? Alfie's wedding is coming up. He smiled and nodded quickly.
Also, I realized it's Miss Fong.
Do you know?
I know! Lynn was speaking right as I was about to... Yes, I love you. Just text me the picture you want and the size. Do you want it in black and white or a certain color scheme?
Classic chuckled softly. Just their colors. I'll send it to you as soon as possible. You grinned, feeling giddy happiness well up in your soul.
Deal. When did you need it by?
He hesitated. They're getting married in June, so not anytime soon. You snorted.
Hold on.
Gotta manifest. Get the recorders up.
Of course they're getting married in Pride Month.
Wait, is that homophobic? Stop being homophobic.
Sobbing. Also, I love how they're lovely. I love them. Genuinely.
They're so funny. They're so haha.
Also, this is the first time and most likely last time we hear Stretch speak. I don't remember hearing him at all.
I don't even think he speaks in his chapter.
Oh no.
No, he hasn't spoken in...
Give Stretch
Wait.
appreciation.
When did I say dead brother mention?
Wait, what?
You've said dead brother mentioned many times before. What do you mean?
That
You put that in my
I'm
comments.
looking at the
Bitch.
chat.
I don't want to hear it. Whenever like Kigo was upset and he was like, "Oh, I'm thinking of somebody, but I don't remember who."
Oh,
I think he's talking about dead brother mentioned.
I did comment that on something.
Also, guys, we're tying the poll. until I get.
If you
I need bribery. Unless someone bribes me.
Your duck is curling on
Okay, actually, I'm a liar. I need
Sorry,
updates.
don't mind me like
That's something.
crocheting here in the background.
Luna, your duck is flying away.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
Your duck
After
is
you
flying away,
crochet
Luna.
I
a
need to
circle,
I'm watching it
please.
fly away as the concrete.
Oh no!
You
Am I
rat.
leaving? Am I leaving? Am I
Actually,
getting
motherfucker, do
thrown?
not
I'm
tie
getting
that
You're
thrown.
on
You're
like
not-
the
I can see
Thank
myself.
God.
I made myself a helicopter
That's my
duck,
bad.
and this is the first mistake. I'm slowly leaving.
Yeah.
Alfie's
Yeah.
apostrophe at the end is always right.
Yeah, I feel like it's right. I don't know because it looks.
No, you're right. It's just.
Yeah.
I get you.
Very.
At that point, that's just Alfie.
And I ascend once more. I'm slowly
Your
leaving
mom
to go to the
ascended.
ocean. Chat, I'm going on.
Oh my gosh, you really are. You're so close to leaving.
I'm about to walk.
Oh
I have a photo. I photoed it. I'm alive. I'm in the water.
You're in the water.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Getting,
I don't even know either.
You wanna
I
stream
assume
it?
we're talking
game.
about the ducks.
Placid Duck Simulator.
Oh yeah!
Join us
Stop
in the
playing
ducks.
ducks.
They put the code in chat. Join us in
Fine.
ducks.
I'm not dead yet, and that's the scary thing.
The rats.
Okay, so
Anyways, next chapter. I completely
Luna,
blanked
where
that
are
blue
you going?
into
am I
the
just gonna
unknown.
continue
No, the
narrating?
thing is though, is that
Oh,
it'll
if you
start
would like,
playing
yeah.
music
Like
when I
to, I
open
don't
it.
think-
That's the thing.
I think Mars only
can mute
speaks
it.
like twice in
Yeah,
that
but-
chapter.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Does that have a
slowly,
few lines in
progressively
this
getting
chapter?
away.
Okay, too many people are talking.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yippee.
Pretty please.
Big eyes.
Crying. Tears of my homophobic
What's the guys
eyes.
for?
Crying.
That's my vote.
Anyways, I'll vote.
Why did that... What?
I need more
Vote in the
angst.
poll, and if you tie it, I'm not posting this week. You ratchet motherfucker.
I already
I mean-
pressed vote, so...
Solving.
You
I
can take away
voted.
your vote and put it somewhere else.
I voted.
does
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
guys are
tie
voting
it.
for
rattling
room.
Wi-Fi.
I
So
watch
does.
you all.
Well, there's no way to, like, tie it. You're
Trust. I only tie for small decisions usually.
Yeah.
I usually am joking.
Because it's really silly goofy.
Then I get
I'm
spooky
gonna
when
wait
people listen.
to
Look,
vote.
I don't expect people to listen to me. Is the spooky thing here? I don't expect this.
You're a yapper.
Well.
They listen.
Am I?
I'm gonna
Do I
switch
have
away
the
from
upper
Luna,
roll?
but I
I'd be
will.
surprised if I have the upper roll. Actually,
No.
Exactly. I need the. I have the witch. I have money bags. I have Star Squad. Oh my gosh, I'm part of the stars. I have
Yay.
Minecraft gamers, ratings, readings, not
Creature
ratings. What the heck?
blinking?
Right.
Only ratings I got is on Lust, but
What are we talking about?
my ducks.
I don't know.
know
Can we read the next
I don't know.
chapter?
I missed that. I misspoke readings, and now how am I back here?
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Oh my
I'm not in the middle of nowhere anymore.
Arthur,
Right.
I'm coming home, sweetie! I'm back in the fucking building again!
I love
Apollo and spawning in the old place.
Hold on.
Just every time.
Apollo and spawning. Actually, I can't.
Guys, I'm sneaking this
That's
chapter.
How did you get back
spoilers.
here?
Okay, I'm
I
just.
don't know. Anyways,
I'm gonna
continue.
start.
Go ahead.
Chat
okay.
next chapter.
I'm gonna throw Kigo into another
Only 3
universe
days from your
again.
brother's birthday.
Anyways.
Stop it.
Only 3 days from your brother's birthday, and you're kind of terrified that he was turning 20. 20? Your little brother? You raised him, and now he's a whole adult. What the heck? Mars seemed to relate when you mentioned offhandedly how insane it was to you that Apollo was already full grown, mentioning how the rest of the Papyrus's birthday was odd for him too. He had raised Jupiter since he was 13, and Jupiter was 10. You decided not to mention that you'd started raising Apollo at biologically 8 years old. You didn't feel like worrying anyone today. The three of you ate breakfast in the garden. It was very gray outside, and you felt the pressure literally in your bones. You hummed softly.
Is gonna rain?
Mars and Jupiter laughed softly, but nodded.
Hey, Jupiter.
Luna.
So you could say that.
You didn't really get the joke, but you really didn't have the energy to ask, so you just shrugged and drank your hot chocolate. Was it a little early for it? Sure. Did you give a fuck? No. You lived in hell on earth for 11 years, then actual hell for 3 more. You could have hot chocolate whenever the hell you wanted. After your breakfast was finished, omelets, you helped Jupiter wash the dishes before settling down with Mars to watch more NCIS. The show kind of had a grip on you, but it was a fun way to pass the time, so it didn't really matter. After about 3 episodes, your phone pinged. You had set Apollo to a different ringtone than the other skeletons, so you immediately grabbed it when you heard Kate Bush play. But with a quick tap, you cut off the chorus of Running Up That Hill to greet your brother on the other line, while Mars helpfully paused the
Title
show.
mention. Anyways.
Title mention.
Title
All the
mention.
comments are that. Sorry. Go ahead, Dark.
Darkling, continue.
No, it's not me.
Commence.
Gino.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you finished reading that little section. Because people are talking. Oh, hold on. Hey, Paps, what's up?
He said between sips. Apollo, sounding like he was in a poor mood, mumbled something through the call. When you asked him to repeat it, he sighed and asked,
Oh, fuck.
"Boy,
Sorry, I forgot for like a minute.
Oh, wait, no, not Luna. I don't know why I said
Joe?
Luna.
Come to the cabin. I have a bad feeling, and I want to be near you.
He paused for a moment before smiling softly.
Hold on. Where am I? There we go. Of course. Do you want to watch NCIS with me and Mars?
Apollo sighed softly in relief.
The crime show?
You chuckled.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like that.
You ignored how happily it made you that your brother was 20 and still went to you for comfort, but it could probably be felt through what was left of the bond, because Apollo huffed and said,
Relax. It's just anxiety. It's not a big deal.
he snickered.
Okay, I can ask Jupiter to make some hot chocolate for you.
He shot a glance to Jupiter in question, who smiled, and immediately went to make another cup for your brother. Good guy.
What's that?
You choked.
It's basically hot chocolate milk.
Apollo groaned.
I don't know what that is either.
You laughed softly.
You'll like it, I promise.
He audibly hesitated.
Are you having it?
He smiled and leaned back on the couch, looking at the ceiling.
This is rank, and yeah.
Then yes, I'll try it.
He chuckled softly.
Do you want me to come and get you? I know you don't like the florist.
Apollo hesitated again.
Your magic.
Yeah, you deserve that one.
Oh my gosh.
Avoid your brother.
Hi, Yellow. What's up?
They want attention. Feed the animals attention.
Hi.
What
What you talking about, buddy?
They are the true narrators, okay? This is the true reality of our situation.
Big old stretch.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I just got distracted. Hold
I mean, I
on.
can also reread it if I need to.
It's probably a good idea.
I think I got
Okay.
it. I think, wait, actually,
Boy,
it took
maybe
place to
mute
reread so I know where we are.
sentences.
I need to. I'll just press the mute button on my mic so it also doesn't come through on the stream.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's good, but I'm gonna end up forgetting like that I'm muted. You
Every
guys,
time.
yeah.
Push to talk. Push to talk.
No, because it'll still come through on the YouTube stream.
Oh, true. Never
Yeah.
mind.
So,
Oh no.
apologies.
yeah.
Can you reread?
Yeah, I can reread. Yeah, you deserve that one.
I've been eating, I promise you, 3 times a day.
You knew damn well Apollo was rightly terrified of the forest, which is why you wanted to just go get him. But you knew he would appreciate it more if you at least gave him the choice.
Are you sure it wouldn't be a burden. I can just walk.
You stopped listening at Burden, hanging up the phone and teleporting into the mansion. You quickly found Apollo standing by the back door and staring at his phone with a pinched expression. You nudged him, and this time he didn't even jump, just sighed and put his hands on his hips.
Sans!
He smiled and offered a hand.
Anything for you, Paps?
His eyelids flashed with something you couldn't put your finger on. Maybe sadness? Grief? Before softening and leaning down to gently bump your foreheads together. He stood straight and took your hand, so you took him to the cottage without a word. Apollo liked the hot chocolate. The four of you curled up together under a couple large blankets and watched The Crime Show as the rain started to pour. The sound made Apollo nervous, but you found it oddly calming. To soothe your brother, you gently patted his back and let him lean into you. After a couple episodes, Paul asked to see your room. He'd visited his room multiple times, but he'd never seen inside yours and was curious. Fair enough. After 8 years of sharing a cot, then three of never seeing each other, you had the right to wonder what you did with your own space. Jupiter mumbled something about taking a nap for the rest of the storm, which Mars nodded at and wished him good rest, while you and Apollo waved and wished him the same. You left Mars to finish the episode, you swear you felt like you had already seen it, and took Apollo to check out your room. He avoided your window, but looked around your closet and the few posters you had, along with the art supplies you had gotten. He curiously pointed at the little bag on the floor, but bashfully nodded and ignored it when you told him it was his birthday gift. He closed the blinds so he didn't have to see outside, before sitting next to him on the floor next to the side of your bed. He rested his head on your shoulder and shuddered at every burst of wind that whipped around the house as you both leaned back against the side of the mattress. You took his hand and quietly asked what was wrong, what the bad feeling was, and if he needed anything from you. He just shrugged, curled tighter into your side, and continued to shiver at every noise. It didn't bother you, but you were concerned. You gently pulled him closer, tugged a blanket off the bed above, and wrapped it around the two of you.
Paps?
Fire.
He shuddered again, and your soul squeezed at the sight of orange tears welling in his sockets before he squeezed them shut.
Well, damn it, now you broke my focus! God damn it!
Sorry.
It sounds like the fire.
You don't remember much from that day. You were blacked out from magic overuse for most of the fire and died pretty quickly after you woke up, even after searching the building. You liked the sound of rain and the wind. You had figured that it was making Apollo nervous because he'd never heard of been in a storm before. Not that. You gently wiped his tears and nudged him to rest his head in the crook of your neck as you rubbed his back.
Oh, what? Sorry. Where were we?
Gina's
Very confused.
Start talking about your breathing.
Sorry, I thought I heard Luna.
No way.
No!
What?
Kill me.
Creature.
Can't let me read now. Stay Paps. Got you. I know it's scary. Fire.
You, cut out at the end.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
The microphone.
Your mic is ass, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have a professional mic. I'm using getting headphones mic. Please.
I'm using my iPhone. Smiley face.
I've got
You say
a
that.
fancy little microphone
My
thing
gosh.
here, but I gotta mute it every fucking time. Ah, the bird!
Let me read! You're safe, Fabs. I've got you. I know it's scary, but it's not fire. It's just a little rain.
Thunder, loud and close, rang overhead. Oh. You were sure he had felt your bolt of fear through what was left of the soul bond, judging by how he had started calm but was now panicking. Shit. You normally didn't mind thunder, but you hadn't realized how much thunder could sound like a roof collapsing overhead. Okay, don't freak out. Papyrus is panicking, and he needs you. You took a deep breath and hugged Apollo tight.
I'm sorry. It's just thunder. It's normal. I've got you. It sounded like the fire to me too. That's.
Apollo sobbed softly, clutching your ribs and hiding in your arms.
Not again.
You felt your soul squeeze and your eyes burn with tears. You let your wings shift out of your ribcage to wrap around them, laying your hands over where his ears would be to muffle the sound.
Not again. You're safe, and I'm right here with you. I'm going to keep you safe.
You huffed and swallowed down your own tears.
You're not alone.
You had a firm knock on the door, but didn't have time to slip your wings out of sight before Mars walked in with an alarmed look on his face. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot you guys had never been in a storm. His light darted around to the room until he found the two.
What?
There's a missing word.
His highlight.
What?
Wait, there's two missing words. It's just as his light darted the room, and I went, huh?
Highlight! Sobbing.
Eyes.
Honestly, it's almost insane how many things you can skip over when you don't read things aloud. But then when you read aloud, you see all the mistakes.
Yeah, that's recommended when you're writing essays to read it aloud. Anyways, his eyelight darted around the room until he found the two of you huddled on the floor. He stared at the wings covering your brother's entire upper body, giving you a disbelieving look before shaking his head and sitting next to the two of you. You cleared your throat, blushing at him catching the wings. Not sure how you were going to explain that one, but more concerned about your brother.
It sounds like the fire. I know it's a storm. I forgot to tell. I don't know if that's like an actual misspelling or if that's meant to be there, right?
It's meant to be Paulo.
Okay. I forgot to tell Paulo about it, that thunder.
Morris nodded. Sorry, I thought you were just joking about it. I thought you were joking about it just raining today. Late hurricane. You blanched.
It's a fucking hurricane?
Morris smiled weakly. Why we laughed. I didn't realize till after the thunder got bad that you guys might not know what most weather was. Because we sure didn't when we got here, let alone that it was a hurricane. You chuckled softly.
It's okay. I know about hurricanes and shit. I read a book on it ages ago. But I had never mentioned it to Paps.
Mars hummed softly, watching as your wings loosened around your brother, one lifting to check his expression. His eyes had been closed, but one peeked up at you when the light hit his skull again. It seemed he hadn't even noticed Mars come in, because he was surprised to see him.
Sans! Kiego, your wings?
He shrugged.
Oh. He knows about my legs and my tail. He can know about my...
Apollo shrugged as well before he laid back on your chest, not at all concerned by Mars' presence. He seemed to have calmed down, even with the rain pounding harder and harder outside. Mars gently patted Apollo's back on top of your wing, which made both you and Apollo smile, before leaving to check on his brother since the two of you had it handled. He did apologize for walking in, which was sweet but unneeded. He understood where he was coming from and didn't really care about him knowing anyway. Just before he walked out the door, you called out his name to ask a question, suddenly remembering something.
Mars.
He perked up, raising a brow. Yeah? You frowned.
Has there been any other hurricanes or bad weather in the past?
Mars paused for a moment before shaking his head. Honestly, no. Not for at least 6 months. It's been pretty tame. 6 months. 6! Helvetica and Mallory had only been here for 3. Mars walked out after he didn't say anything, shutting the door behind him, but Apollo felt something was wrong immediately.
Sans?
Mal and Vet.
Apollo sat up, wiping his sockets as his brow furrowed with concern.
What's wrong with them? What's wrong with
Storm Apollo. They've only been here for 3 months. I've been on my phone all the time for the past week, and if I didn't hear about it...
Apollo blanched.
They don't know about the storm!
You nodded firmly.
And if everyone forgot to tell us about weather...
Apollo frowned.
No one told them either.
You hugged him tight.
I have to at least check on them. I really like Hel and Malvern.
He gently tapped your foreheads together.
Okay.
Ow. Okay, you just knew he was upset.
Do you want to stay with me? I'm not going to leave you here, perhaps.
He slumped into your chest, a sigh of relief making his ribs shudder.
Yes. Yes, that's fine.
Mallory liked the sound of rain. He was taking a little break away from his phone and computer when it started, and he hadn't looked outside, so it was a pleasant surprise for him. He was in Helvetica's room, looking over a paper document before his brother would mail it off to the Queen. It was boring, but it was also a detailed form about how food would be distributed throughout the monsters still living underground, so he supposed it was pretty important. The writing was good, as always, and Mallory couldn't help the suspicion that Helvetica only asked him to look over his...
Huh? Wait, what?
This is suspension.
Give me a...
Wait, where? Where?
It says Mallory couldn't help the suspension. Anyways, Mallory
What's that
couldn't help
supposed to be?
suspicion.
Sobs.
Mallory couldn't help the suspicion that Helvetica only asked him to look over his work as an excuse to be around his brother. But Mal liked it, so he didn't mention it. When the thunder started, they both froze. Helvetica sitting bolt upright in his desk chair, highlight quickly flicking from his computer screen to Mallory, as if to ask if he'd also heard it. Another bolt cracked down overhead, and they both would swear they felt the floor shake. Helvetica immediately stood from his chair. Mallory placed the report on the desk before ducking under and curling in the corner. They'd had this plan since they were small children, wards of the state, and all they had were each other. Helvetica was far too young to remember their mother when she left Mallory in their father's arms, as she dusted in childbirth, and Vet was only 6 when their father's boat was sabotaged, and he was drowned during an attempt on a passenger's life. Alphys, adopted daughter of the Queen, happened to be a very strong swimmer, and bombing their boat only damaged an eye and gave her some scars to brag about later on, while it had apparently blown the legs off their father. Helvetica had always felt like she only climbed the ranks of the guard so quickly because of Alfie's guilt at her mere presence leading to the orphaning of him and his 3-year-old little brother. None of that mattered now, when they were on the surface of a different universe and didn't know what the hell thunder was due to their lack of formal education. Realistically, they should have known it wasn't a cave-in, simply based on that we are on the surface bit, but after Helvetica had witnessed hundreds of cave-in deaths firsthand, and Mallory had watched thrice as many throughout the scattered camera system the Queen had him connect, that thought just wasn't present. As part of their cave-in plan, Mallory stayed put under the desk while Helvetica stood firm in the middle of the room. During a cave-in, nowhere was safe, so it was best to stay put until you were forced to leave. But this also meant a cave-in was the perfect time to stage assassinations. Helvetica would know. He was the assassin at one point in his life, which is why he would send his little brother where it was safest, while Vet would guard the door. If anything were to happen, Mallory was instructed to teleport out to somewhere hopefully safer. This time, however, Helvetica wasn't firm. He was able to force his breathing steady and keep his ribcage from rattling, but he couldn't ease the shake in his hands or the panicked brightness of his eyelids. Mallory curled tighter, covering his head with his arms and trying, and failing, to remember the stupid 5 senses thing Kiko had used to calm him down. Helvetica clenched his jaw and silently begged his eyes to stop blurring. This universe was supposed to be safe.
Surprise.
He teleported near the back door, still holding Apollo's hand. He led him upstairs, but didn't know which one was Vet's. Apollo, the angel, nudged you and pointed at the first door on the 2nd floor. It was the only one with the light on, so you assumed Vet at least had to be inside. Another flash, then a loud roll of thunder. Paul's hand squeezed yours tight, and you immediately turned to comfort him. The second eye contact was made, you felt it. He fixed the bond. You failed to speak, staring at him with a dropped jaw and a wide socket. He looked just as surprised, squeezing your hand again before you felt a wave of guilt crash from his side of the bond.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I know you didn't want the bond.
His breathing picked up, and he moved to pull away, but you refused to let go.
Iris.
You tugged him closer to look at you.
Of course I want the bond. The only reason I told you no was...
You took a deep breath.
Look, we'll talk about it later. Not mad at you, I promise. I'm not upset.
Apollo hesitated, but hugged you tight and nodded. He smiled weakly before knocking on the vet's door. Almost immediately, foggy purple magic seeped under the door, swirling around your feet. It smelled like peppermint and lavender with a hint of lemon. You hummed curiously, crouching to feel the magic with your spare hand. It didn't hurt like Gaster's wall, so you assumed Helvetica's intent wasn't to harm. Once you tried to focus on the mood of the magic, it almost drowned you with fear. You gently squeezed Apollo's hand, whispering,
I'm scared.
Apollo nodded, gently waving a hand through the magic before flooding it with his own. Apollo's magic smelt like one of those orange and cream popsicles, and the mix was odd, but not necessarily bad. Following his lead, you sent a smaller wave of your desaturated blue magic under the door. You couldn't really smell your magic, but Grilby mentioned once that it smelled kind of like some monster candy he grew up on. Blue licorice? You assumed something like Twizzlers, which you remembered liking before you drowned, so you didn't mind.
You good?
You could barely hear it, but it sounded like Mallory.
Mal? Yeah, it's me, and Apollo. Wanted to come check on you guys.
You hoped Helvetica had felt your kind intent and wouldn't protest too strongly as you reached for the doorknob. Finding it unlocked, you slowly opened the door, trying to give off a relaxed yet concerned vibe when you noticed that Vet's magic felt more potent. Is LV acting up? You lifted your hands, one still connected to Apollo, to convey your lack of harmful intent. Helvetica's eyelids were bright and sharp, and his chest was heaving. He squeezed Apollo's hand again before letting go to approach Vet. He tensed, but when all you did was take his hands, he shuddered and calmed.
It's okay. We just wanted to help you.
You glanced around, looking for Mal, and waved at him under the desk when you saw him. He gave you a weak smile and waved back. Apollo came up behind you, shutting the door behind him.
They didn't tell us about the storm either.
Helvetica shuddered, struggling to take a deep breath.
Storm?
You nodded.
Loud shit. It's just thunder. We're all safe here.
Vet frowned, looking towards the window despite the blinds covering it.
Thunder?
You gently squeezed his hands, leading him to the desk. After a little nudge, he curled under the desk next to Mal. You sat in front of him, Apollo taking the space next to you. You gave him your hand again, and he quickly took it. You hummed softly.
What did you think it was?
Helvetica looked away, curling tighter. Mallory frowned, clenching his jaw, then...
Cave in.
You nodded a little.
Yeah, that makes sense. He thought it sounded like the fire. So bad to...
You cut out.
Oh my gosh!
Dusty, what mic are you using?
My headphones mic, like I told you a million times!
It's
Use,
horrible.
use your old ones. Or use whatever you used
I think it's my old one actually. Hold on.
before.
Give me a second here.
We'd have like a game going on in the background that people can watch as we read.
Yeah, but I can't really read and play a game at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm meaning like
I
Duck
mean-
Simulator.
Hey.
I mean,
Have it
I
in
could
the
have, I
back.
could have like a
Yeah.
slideshow or something playing in the
I
background.
know, so I don't. Shrugs.
Commission
Am I able to be heard?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Tell
And
me.
somehow your mic is a little better. I
I
don't ask questions.
why these headphones feel weird now.
That's a mood.
Okay. Let me reread.
Right.
Where can you reread
Uh,
things for me?
You're at... Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. We thought it sounded like the fire. Freaked us out pretty bad till Mars told us it was.
Mallory uncurled, sitting a little more comfortably.
Hurricane? What's that?
He looked up and to the right, trying to recall.
It's a tropical storm, kind of. Not really sure how to describe it. Kind of like a really big dozy.
Okay, Gino, now you're just
Bullet.
cutting out even worse.
Huh?
Why in the
You know-
world?
Gino, what is your like Is it your mic
Wait.
sensitivity?
What is your
No,
mic
I
sensitivity
don't
set
know.
at? Hold on. No, go check.
I
Go
Or
check.
like the
know.
activation.
Go look at
Go
it.
check it.
I don't have like percentages or whatever.
Go
Phone.
look at your.
That's
your
part of the
Discord.
legitimate setting Discord.
Yeah,
Discord,
go on to.
What do you
Voice and
mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
video.
like
Go
it
into
won't
voice
show me what
settings.
Make
I
it to the
know.
It's
change
in
I know
voice
what you were
settings.
saying.
Crying?
Yes, I know it's in voice settings. I'm saying it doesn't really show me what it's set to. Just give me a little
Click-
bar and a dot saying things.
Click the you see the automatically determined input sensitivity? Turn it off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You can pick
Yeah.
from there. Bestie.
I don't
trust
know
you.
what to set it to, which is what I'm saying. It doesn't give me like anything to set it to.
When
I'm
you
trying
speak,
to
it should
explain
change
that.
for your part. Price.
In terms of setting it, it's you don't want automatically determined input sensitivity. You basically, when you talk, there should be like a little shadow that pops over the bar, and you can see how far up it's going. But I would just suggest. Mine's a -69.
Hold on,
Again, I don't have numbers on mine.
I know.
It's
Mine's
I
at
hovered over it with my
-66.
mouse. But just like put it, just move it down a little. I would say from wherever it is.
Mine
right
is.
now.
I turned it up. Mine's already low. My bar
What the
is
fuck
like
is a sound
way.
emoji? What?
I don't
My
know.
thing is like way
You mean
below
this?
where my
It's
green
this.
bar goes.
Boyd, look at me.
Oh,
It's this.
okay.
Wait, what do you mean your thing is way below where the green bar? Like the
Why does that have a
Like
volume
where the
bar? I don't
orange
like
is
that.
is way less than the green.
well, yeah,
Or anything,
that's what
but
you
why
want.
does that have a
That's
volume
correct.
bar?
But
When you talk, it should have like your
Yes, that's what I'm
sensitivity.
saying. There's a green bar. When I
Am I
talk, there's a
crying?
green and orange bar.
Yeah, what if
Yeah.
I cry?
Baba Booey.
don't worry about the green and orange. Just like I don't know.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
I turned it down. Does this work?
Seems
We'll
like it
see.
is.
I guess.
Yeah.
theory-
Oh my gosh.
Speak a long sentence.
Well, I don't.
But
Just,
what do you
want me
just
to
read because I
If a
think
woodcutter,
when
woodcutter
you
could check
read,
wood.
you're speaking a
Darkling,
little bit
you're
quieter.
still very muffled for me, by the way, even with these
Okay,
headphones.
well,
other
my
headphones.
mic is literally right next to my mouth, so
It might be, but do you have like background noise? What's it
no,
called?
I'm in a dorm room. It's literally silent.
I'm just gonna turn
Other than
Darkling
the
off.
fridge, which is a little louder
Yeah,
than
no,
I think
because
it could be, but
the noise suppression doesn't really do much except like
Yeah, it does.
Cause problems?
Yeah, cause at least in my experience, it tends
Shrine.
to turn off your mic, thinking that your voice is a noise that
I'm
is
gonna
not supposed
cause
to be there.
crime.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna pull a crime, okay, chat? This is
Muffled is better than cutting out.
yeah,
If I'm
that's true.
intelligible, I don't care. I am eventually gonna grab an actual microphone, but
one of these
it's fine.
days.
One of these days. It's not exactly a prime like. Oh, I've got noise suppression on standard. I wonder if I should turn
Yeah,
that
I
off.
wonder why.
Should I turn that
I
off?
apologize
Noise
for any chandelier singing
Sobbing.
in the background.
suppression, chandelier.
Does Apollo like appear in like any of the more recent, any soon to be sentences?
The recent
I'll be
ones,
right back.
he's not great.
Let
Gosh.
me scan through. I don't think so.
Okay, I need to be right back for like a little bit, real quick then.
Okay. There's like one line down here, but it's
Yeah, he only has one line closer to the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
You got time.
the end. So, let's see here. You were at.
He looked up.
It's a
He
tropical
looked up
storm.
and to the right, trying to recall.
I know where I was at.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you guys to stop talking so I actually read.
You are the number one person where you're always like, stop talking so I can read, and it'll be silence and you won't read.
Because I'm like trying to catch my place.
Mm-hmm.
Because Darkling is muffled for me, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Who is singing?
I have no idea
It's
what
my
I'm doing right
sister.
now.
Somebody in
She's
yeah.
It's like, again, computer microphone besties.
Okay.
In the shadow, girl. I'm gonna chuck something in the Shadowverse. I'm sorry. Stop.
I'm going
Mute.
to read now.
It's unchucked at her head. Okay, continue.
Shit, it's a tropical storm, kind of. Not really sure how to describe it. It's kind of like a really big, watery tornado. They form over oceans when warm and cold air mix. They get bigger and bigger until they eventually hit land, and the friction from the surface takes energy until it dies out. I can't imagine this one being anything more than a cat. That threw me off. Cat 2 or 3. So we should just be fine.
The skeletons surrounding you blinked, silently asking how you knew that.
Cat?
Helvetica raised a brow, a small smile growing on his face.
Category cat 1 for 3 usually aren't too bad. 4 is when you should be worried. 5 I would evacuate for sure, and any higher than that is classified as a typhoon.
Helvetica hummed.
What's lower than a cat 1?
He smiled.
Anything lower than a cat 1 is called the tropical storm, and lower than that is just a thunderstorm.
Malvery snickered.
Malvery.
Luna.
I'm shutting my sister up. Hold up. Shut up! Anyways, where were we? Sorry, I zoned out.
Malvery snickered.
We found it first. Hold up. How do you know all this shit?
He shrugged.
I read a lot.
Apollo opened his mouth to say something, but a flash from the window was just a precursor to the loudest noise yet. He flinched and jerked away from the window. Feeling the fear from the soul bond, you gently nudged him to switch spots with you so he was further from the window. He didn't protest, and you smiled gently at him before looking to Vet. Vet was shaking again, sockets shut tight with his knees pressed tight to his chest. He frowned.
You want me to turn the lights off, grab a blanket?
Vet didn't respond, but Malvery nodded immediately. So you got up quickly to shut off the lights and nabbed 2 folded blankets from the foot of Helvetica's bed. He handed one to Mal, who immediately tossed it around both him and Helvetica's shoulders and draped one over Apollo. The moment you sat back down, he tugged you closer and followed Malvery's lead in drowning one's brother in fabric. You chuckled, but let him. The 4 of you sat together like that for a while, making idle conversation, except for Helvetica, who was silent, about games or shows. By the time you got Malvery to agree to watch the new Hunger Games movie with you and whoever else wanted to join, it was clear Vet wasn't going to break out of his panic on his own. He scooted a little closer to him, gently taking his hands and rubbing little circles into the bone connecting his thumb and the rest of his metacarpals.
Vet, can you hear me?
Malvery and Apollo went quiet, watching you work your therapist magic. It took a moment, but Helvetica nodded a little, otherwise not budging. You gently squeezed his hands.
It's okay to be scared. It's normal. I was scared too.
He took in a strangled breath.
If you knew what it was, why were you scared?
He smiled and gently squeezed his forearms.
Same reason you're scared now. Just because I know what it is doesn't mean it doesn't sound just like something I'd rather forget.
After a moment, he shifted, hazy lavender eyelids peeking at you.
What does it remind you of?
You tapped the void.
Roof collapsing.
He and Malvery both looked a little ill after hearing that, but you were nothing if not honest when asked. You were a damn liar by omission, though. You felt terrible that Apollo had fixed the bond when you knew damn well how much you were hiding from him. You shook your head to clear it.
Don't worry, it was a long time ago.
Apollo snorted.
Luna!
Apollo?
Yeah,
Void
just
is
take over
here.
for Void.
Oh wait, my
Wait,
apologies. Wrong person. I keep mixing Void
Well,
and Luna. for
Void
some
isn't
reason.
here, and Luna could probably take over. Because I don't know
I
how
can
long
do
Void
this.
is going to be.
I crack my fingers real fast.
Luna
Hold
in
up.
spell check. I already fixed it. I just saw the light dart into the room. Die. I'm murdering
Okay.
you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, hardly enough. I don't know about you, but I happen to miss my ribcage.
He snickered.
You'll live.
Yeah, he side-eyed the fuck out of you for that one, but it was worth it to see his face go deadpan, then struggle not to smile. Helvetica cracked a smile, and you gently nudged him.
What were you guys up to before the storm?
Melbury shrugged.
Briefly reading a legal document.
He hummed thoughtfully.
That's cool. For the surface government or for the wow, look at words. For the king.
Helvetica rolled his shoulders to get more comfortable before murmuring softly.
The queen. Food stuff.
You blinked.
Oh. I kind of forgot we had a queen. I never met her.
Vet's brow furrowed.
Your brother's on Toriel's protection detail, and you forgot her existence?
Shit! Paul must have felt that little burst of fear through the bond, because he snickered and shrugged.
We fought and separated before I started working for her. He had to deal with Asgore, and he's not a fan of royalty.
Helvetica raised a brow, and you had to force down a laugh at the thought of you hating royalty in general, while simultaneously being a king. He offered nothing but a lazy smile and a shrug, and Vet dropped it.
How do you do that?
You tilted your head.
Do what?
He blinked.
The therapy thing.
You grinned and nudged him again.
I'm naturally good at pissing people off and keeping people off task. I kinda I kinda shifted that to being good at distractions. You guys didn't even notice the rain stopped.
Lo and behold, all three skeletons perked up to listen, only to find silence. They turned to look at you with disbelieving expressions, and you couldn't help but snicker. Helvetica flicked you in the middle of the forehead for it, which you immediately protested at, but your complaints were cut off by a surprisingly fond,
Little devil. Thank you.
You blushed and looked away.
This is what I do.
Smash. Anyways.
That was wild. That's when we were having
The way
I think what makes it funnier
Apollo,
is because
I
it
need
was
to
windy
go
as
for-
fuck today. Like,
I
it
need
was
to- oh my
like
gosh.
windy.
I need to prep
Really?
Apollo voice now. This is a
By
sign.
the way, I
Well-
wore fairy wings today, bro. I swear to God, I was losing my wings in the wind.
I had to.
Void's back, so you're good.
I know. I'm aware. I just need to have a voice prepped for when I am covering.
I mean, you did pretty good, I think.
I'll have
There
to
were like
Luna, you're on the
lines.
concrete again.
Blue speak.
I know.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna switch earbuds, see if that helps anything.
What am
it
I
probably
not on
won't,
the
but one can
floor?
help.
On the floor.
I'm on the concrete, just like certain, just like it's dusty. I'll make it a dusty concrete real fast. Don't worry. I don't know where I'm going with this. Cries. Crime.
How that?
Also, by the way, Helvetica,
Yeah.
nice, beloved. Helvetica's
Nah.
beloved.
Trying to catch up on messages.
That's dumb. It almost thinks that they're dead. Stop that. Prime, what?
Anyways, note to self, orange
Batteries
chicken doesn't taste too good as leftover, but I'm eating it
I
anyways
don't like
because I'm
orange.
hungry.
I used to love orange chicken, and then I had it bad once, and now it's like.
That's a mood.
Oh my gosh, hold up. I need to look through this and
actually-
see if.
I live in
Oh,
Louisiana.
dang it, I'm blue! Oh, that's annoying.
I live in
What?
the city, and I don't like
But I
fucking.
could go get food.
Is this microphone any better?
Yes,
Yeah.
a little
Sounds
bit.
better.
It's not as muffled.
I think it's a lot
Okay,
better.
I've
well-
never had an issue, so. Let me scroll through this
Honestly,
and
the
double
real
check.
reason
Oh,
I'm switching earbuds is because the
Sure.
other ones are starting to hurt my ears.
That's a mood.
It's so real.
well, guess what, Soda? You're being rad for now. You're being red. Our resident
could be
red
red.
and
You're being sacrificed. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Pierre
The
only
cause.
reads red, and he's not here. They're not here.
Yeah,
Pierre's not
and,
here.
no, Pierre also does blue, right?
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah,
Pierre who
Pierre
does?
also does blue.
Red
Blue.
actually is in this chapter.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm scrolling
Can I
through
be
the chat.
red?
Soda's gonna be red. We're
Soda,
sacrificing
no
soda.
wait,
Soda's
soda be
the
swap.
sacrifice
Soda be swap. I'm gonna go get food, BRB.
I can no. I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for that. Actually.
Oh, you are not allowed to. It's
What?
denied. Denied.
You're Kiko,
Main
you're not
character.
allowed to do
Your main privileges. This is your point of view. This is your plot. Shut up. No. Christ.
And literally, other people are gone.
Yeah.
L.
Yeah. Too bad.
I'm Jay picking more characters. Jay's like 2 people.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna murder
Because
you.
Jay has a sore throat because Jay is sick and Jay is
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. We're on
Okay, but what about when you don't have one?
27, chapter 27.
Actually,
yeah,
I don't have a single speaking role in this entire chapter, so
Fair.
I'm okay with that though. Low key, I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess I'll just continue narrating.
Let me
Unless
see if I
somebody
speak
feels-
next chapter. I don't think I speak next
Yeah.
chapter either. I might just dip.
Unless somebody
That's
feels
fair.
really strongly about wanting to narrate.
I will be rejected if I offer.
Hell no.
Feature in the creature.
Yeah, I straight don't speak in the next 2 chapters.
We're only going chapter 27 and chapter 28, so.
Not Soda's Wi-Fi
It's just
struggling again.
It's fucking celery seeped into the fucking chicken, and it don't taste good.
Actually, I don't speak in the next 3 chapters. Crazy word.
Damn.
Well,
Oh, it's very Mars and Jupiter heavy. That's why.
oh, well, that's fine.
That's 29. That's 29. So we
Oh, yeah. We're
Oh,
going
that's
through
on fire.
chapter 28.
Amazing.
And then chapter 30, I speak.
Yeah, the
Well,
fucking
we're not
vegetables.
doing chapter
It's
30
so
today.
weird
Chicken.
now.
No, it doesn't taste good anymore. It tastes weird.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, if I don't speak, I'm EP. I'm going to bed. if
Yep, that's fair.
I'm gonna
I can find the
Why
hang up
is the
button.
pure
I'm
white
really
one
bad at
named
this.
Anti-Void? I just noticed there's a pure white one named Anti-Void.
Ah. Okay. I guess I'll just, yeah. The sun was out and bright the next day. You'd slept great for the first time in 3 years now that you could know and feel if your brother was safe. The bond being reformed wasn't part of your game plan, so to say, but you couldn't find it in you to be upset. You had wanted that bond back since it was broken, but you knew that Apollo valued trust. He'd be upset with you when you told him about your soul. Your brother didn't understand how serious you were when you said you would do anything for him. You knew he would be upset to find out your soul had cracked when he broke the first bond. But you would tell him if he asked. Shaking your head to clear it, you rolled out of bed. You allowed your legs to stretch out, rolling your eye light when you noticed your legs had shifted in your sleep again. You bounced lightly on your toes before yawning and shuffling into your closet to change into day clothes. Slipping on your black tank top, you pouted at your pants collection before settling on black bell-bottom leggings. You let your tail slip out your pants to whip around you before walking out of your room to join Mars and Jupiter at breakfast. Jupiter was flipping pancakes, but you were craving toast like a motherfucker, so you skirted behind him and popped 2 pieces of bread into the toaster. Jupiter noticed and cut you 2 pieces of butter to top it with when it popped out. You were kind of nervous to do your own thing in the kitchen, considering that you hadn't cooked in, well, since you drowned, and that it felt weird to do that in someone else's house, but you figured you could handle toast. Jupiter didn't look offended. If anything, he looked relieved you were eating on your own volition and not because you were expected to. You spread the butter on your still hot toast the moment it popped out, cut your bread into triangles because it was easier to eat like that, before plopping into the chair next to Mars. While Jupiter busied himself in the kitchen, Mars's brow furrowed and he turned to you. You raised a brow and took a bite out of your toast. Mars cleared his throat a little before offering you a hand. I wanted to apologize for barging in on you. When I realized nobody told you about the hurricane, I was worried you were panicking. Forgot Apollo was with you too. He looked away, and you felt like you'd feel the guilt rolling off of him. Oh, never mind. He was licking magic out of the fingertips he was offering you. You could feel his guilt. He clenched his jaw before continuing. I'm not gonna ask about the wings. You're allowed to have your secrets. Stars know I've got plenty. I can pretend I never saw him if that's what you want. I'm sorry if I broke your trust. You blinked before taking his hand and squeezing it gently.
Hidden. Mars, I promise you I don't care. Thank you for not asking questions because I really don't have an answer for you. But I'm not...
You huffed softly, smiling.
Oh my gosh. Why is my eyes suddenly refusing to work? Please, I don't want to be this blind. There we go. I'm not mad at you, man. You don't need to pretend they don't exist, and you don't need to feel bad. You were looking out for me. Oh, why are my eyes refusing to work? Please!
Oh no.
And I really appreciate it. You didn't break my trust. If anything, I probably trust you a little more. Don't worry about it.
Mars stared at you for a moment before letting out a heavy sigh of relief. He squeezed your hand gently and nodded a little. Okay, you sure? He smiled and nodded.
Oh my gosh. Positive.
Jupiter joined you guys at the table, flipping a large plate of pancakes to himself and Mars, and a smaller plate of them towards you, with some fruit on the side. Look at him, making sure you got nutrients. Good guy. He raised a brow at the two of you and smiled. Luna.
Oh shit, Luna's muted because they're eating. Luna!
Oh.
Luna! I was munching. Okay.
Mood.
Okay, what? And I think I was gonna have to read. I thought I was eating someone else today, and then I realized, oh, Jupiter's talking.
Yeah, Jay, before she left, was like, yeah, no, the next couple of chapters are very Mars and Jupiter heavy.
I know, and that's why I booked it downstairs again.
Fair.
What are you talking about?
The lamplight twinkled off his braces, and you think it's the most relaxed you've ever seen Jupiter.
Oh, just my wings.
You took a large bite of your toast to punctuate the statement.
Yo!
You
cut out! You cut out! I can just hear you! And then it cuts out!
You peeked your mic, I guess.
Yeah! Jesus Christ!
Do not choke on pizza, please. Hold up.
Retake on that real quick.
Let me take a drink and we're gonna retry this.
I want to get comfy.
Woo.
Okay, ready. Yo, what? Did I cut out again? I can't tell.
No, you just missed the middle word, but...
Yeah.
I know.
Fair.
I skipped the F word.
Anyways.
Oh yes,
After-
family friendly.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally, because
Or-
I'm sure if you yelled it loud enough, your family might hear you.
Yes, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I echoed.
After breakfast's legitimate fiasco of Jupiter shooting questions about your wings, thankfully just things about how they worked and if he could see them, rather than exactly why you had them, you realized exactly what gag gift you wanted to get your brother. Slipping your tail back into your pants and letting your legs and wings from letting Jupiter and Mars see and poke at them shift back, you walked to the mansion to see if you could either haggle a ride to the store or hitch a ride with someone else going soon. Edge was laid out on the couch, Red sitting by his head and Papyrus at his feet. You noticed the warm French toast and oatmeal smell before the small grimace of Edge's face. You leaned over the back of the couch, quietly asking what happened. Edge seemed to appreciate the low volume, an arm slung over his sockets to block out the overhead light. Headache then, at the very least. Red lightly patted Edge's arm before whispering,
Broke his ankle? Bad migraine.
You winced.
Sorry.
You got this. You got this, Gino.
Yeah.
You got this, Gino.
You got
I trust you, Gino. You got this.
Gino, and Gino we trust.
I believe.
And Gino,
Gino, we
We
trust.
trust.
I can feel the internal me.
Oh my god, the setting sun is beaming directly into my eyeballs. Please.
Fun.
The first
The
sun.
moon
first
is
sun-
out.
That makes me glad that my room doesn't face
The sun is past.
when it sets.
Gabriel.
But it does all fucking day though.
I'm using the piece of wall between my two windows to block the sun. I just leaned backwards a little and I went, ah shit.
Okay, I'm gonna read now.
Silly Goofy.
Yeah. How? What happened?
Red shrugged.
Said his boot caught on root. On root.
Oh, no. Yeah, Jay, missing words again.
That his boot caught on some root in the woods and he fell. He patrols the area sometimes to check for injured animals.
He smiled softly.
Injured animals?
Red smirked.
He's a vet.
He hummed softly.
Not what I'd expected, but oddly fitting.
Papyrus grimaced at the ankle while healing it.
Kyo, could you fetch Blue for me, please?
He blinked but nodded.
Which room? Oh my gosh.
Second floor, third to the right. Thank you.
He sounded tired and stressed. He immediately teleported to the hallway and knocked gently on his door. Blue popped out in full biker gear. He had a thick leather jacket and protective pants, all black with cyan accents that matched his magic perfectly. He flashed you with a bright smile.
Smash.
Ew! Ow! This is why you're horny, Jill. Why you're horny?
Horny jail. Horny jail. Where the fuck is it? Where?
Oh!
Get over here. Into the
There's a
jail.
reason we have the ride fix.
Oh?
What?
There's a reason. The SWAT thing. The SWAT thing. Jay, bro. There's a reason. I want full fic for there. Y'all cannot deny me. Hot
I'm
SWAT
denying you.
in all
You're
my-
being denied.
No, let me be my hot man.
Anyway.
The fact that you said that
Rejected.
right before voicing for swap is crazy though.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
immediately went for it too.
No hesitation.
Continue reading. I'm holding you at gunpoint.
Live. I did not just choke on my pizza. We're fine.
Loser.
Anyways. Oh, look you go. I sound like swap.
He smiled back and offered a little wave.
Pyrus sent me to come get you. Edge's ankle is broken.
Blue blanched.
Are you serious? I sound like Are you serious? Stars. I'm
You
not
nodded.
cursing.
I'm a change and tell the stars. Oh, Flamingo's in the pool. Sorry.
What the fuck is spell check? There's spell check.
Hold on. Yeah, he fell, I think. Might have hit his head. Red said he had a bad migraine.
Blue nodded and followed you downstairs, frowning at the sight of Edge in obvious pain. He crouched next to Pyrus and looked over the ankle, gently rotating it to see the full damage, but immediately stopping when Edge tensed and a small, restrained hiss left his teeth. Blue gently patted Edge's shin.
Sorry.
Pyrus bit his finger with a worried expression.
Boyd.
Like, I've been trying to heal the ankle for the last 30 minutes, but it's not working. I'm running out of magic, so I thought you might know what was wrong, or be able to heal it a little better than me.
Blue frowned.
I tapped off. Crap. 30 minutes? Iris, your magic's gotta be dead at this point. Go eat something and take a nap. Edge has 9 LV Pyrus. Your magic isn't gonna work on him.
Well, Pyrus blanched.
What do you mean? Kigo has the LV and we healed him easy.
Blue nodded.
Yes, of course, but Kigo only has 4 LV. Once a monster gets over 5, normal healing magic doesn't work on them. Same as if Jupiter was trying to heal someone without LV. It would work theoretically, but the patient still may get sick.
He blinked, looking to Red to see if he had confirmation on this, but he just looked more and more worried. He glanced down to Edge to see he had a hand pushing hard against his lower forehead and a visibly pained grimace. He frowned.
Do you know?
Oh my gosh, I know I was catching. Would ice or monster candy help?
Blue shook his head.
Not for an injury like this.
Red grimaced.
So what are we supposed to do?
He glared at Blue and Pyrus, snarling.
Get your game face on, Soda.
Hip 'em.
Angry eyes.
Thank
Okay. Just let him lay. Oh my gosh. Just let him lay in pain like this until it heals naturally?
Edge reached up with a spare hand to weakly smack his brother. Oh.
I was about to say fuck you.
It's my fuck. How am I doing this again? It's my fault, Sans, not theirs. You slipped your phone out of your pants pocket, quickly swiping your password in before opening your messages. Just thank the stars you had gotten Jupiter's phone number a couple of nights before. How do we want to do this?
Okay, for texting, do we
Do we
want to
want-
just do the first and like?
I mean, we can voice the text if we want to.
I mean, I don't know. It probably will be a bit easier.
Let's go.
I think for text it would be easier if you guys just voice them rather than
Yeah,
trying
because
to
it's gonna be
read through
confusing
them.
for those who also. Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah.
What the?
So
Why is
read
there a
the
motor
username.
happening in the game?
Odd tiny
We might want. Okay, we'll say we could say the names out. We can say the name out like the first time, and then
Yeah.
Then voice it or
go back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'll
we
read
say it-
off the first and the first
First
time you
message
guys
to
speak,
speak.
I'll read off the username and then you can start speaking. But then after that I won't.
Mhm.
Odd tiny creature.
Hey, are you busy right now?
Lanky Zeus.
not at all. Just
all.
crocheting.
Wait,
Why?
what voice?
This is Jupiter. Get out!
Wait, fuck. I'm gonna implode. I'm gonna implode. I'm
Trust Void.
the creature.
I'm aggressive. Sorry,
Creature,
I
creature.
realized that was sounded really rude. Okay.
No, I'm just creature. I'm like wait, creature blink. Ah.
Not at all. Just crocheting. Why?
Hold on, I got distracted.
Very creature.
Edge's ankle's broken. Oh, that's me again. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta read it.
Yes, tiny, odd, tiny creature.
I know. I didn't realize I wasn't reading that. Edge's. Wait, no, I read that part.
Yeah.
Blue and Pirates can't heal it because of his LV. The text language is throwing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Oh no! I'll make my way over now. Kill me.
Dead on the floor.
I sounded too happy.
I'm very happy. Oh no! I can make my way over now.
This is canon. Jupiter wants to be actually get attention by the main group.
Okay, thanks, man. You're the best. Also, why is that my contact name?
You are odd and tiny.
You are odd.
Jupiter?
Crying.
Oh, come on.
You snickered and shook your head good-naturedly, accidentally catching Red's attention. He gave you a questioning look, and you silently waved your phone and gestured to what you were laughing at, before turning to Edge.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no, never mind. Jupiter's on his way. Why did that did not sound right.
Jupiter.
Yes, I'm Juder, guys. Chat, we gotta trust chat. Sans' nest time, guys.
Luna, shut up. Silence yourself.
Okay, I'll gastricize myself.
I'm gonna
No,
cry.
no, it's better. Jupiter's on his way to heal it.
Red immediately slumped in relief, and Edge attempted to nod before stopping and going very still. He blinked a couple of times, and you recognized that he probably made himself dizzy. You gently patted his shoulder before walking to the back door and letting Jupiter inside. The healing process seemed to be taking a lot longer than healing your wrist did, but Edge was at least able to sleep while Jupiter worked. You grabbed him a blanket so Red wouldn't have to get up, and tossed it over most of him, leaving only his head and feet visible. Red hummed softly in appreciation and easily won a smile from you for it. Pyrus surprised you with a short hug, quietly thanking you for calling Jupiter over because he genuinely couldn't believe he hadn't thought of that, but you waved him off gently and told him not to worry about it.
Kigo, you came to the mansion for a reason, no? Or did you just come over to hang out?
Pyrus offered a tired smile, and you immediately offered him some monster candy from your inventory. He took it graciously, complimenting the licorice candy. Once he looked not so dead on his feet, you answered his question.
I wanted to see if anyone was ready.
Real.
Words. Hold on.
Got this, sweetie.
I wanted to see if anyone was heading to the store. Apollo's birthday is in 2 days, and I forgot to get something last time.
Pyrus smiled.
Oh, I wouldn't mind taking you.
Blue nudged him, cutting him off.
You need to sleep, Papyrus. Papyrus. Your magic is too low to be out. I'll take him. It's no issue.
Pyrus blushed and nodded, walking off without complaint. You blushed a little harder.
It's not a big deal. I just want to get him a gag gift and a card.
Blue raised a brow and smirked.
You're saying you don't want to take a ride with me on my motorcycle?
Smash. You blinked.
You know!
I actually wasn't even sure that went through because I said it so quietly.
It went through.
Just a delayed response.
Okay. Chat, that one wasn't me saying smash myself. Okay. This was me saying
Damn, some
repeating what
crazy ass
Darkling
fucking
said.
wins we're having today.
Wow.
Crazy enough.
that?
On the rain, Darkling.
This is why Darkling gets bad weather, okay? There's a reason.
No, my weather's clear now. It cleared. Went from rain to snow to bright sunlight while it was raining.
I'm gonna throw hands.
Take
your rain back!
Polar, what is happening over there in Washington?
Average.
Your rain
average
back!
weather.
Take it and get out. Take out your rain.
This is average weather for this area. You
stole
blinked,
Florida
pausing
weather.
for a moment before a smile creeped onto your face.
Well, I didn't say that.
Blue was already suited in his biking gear, since apparently he was about to go to Walmart to pick something up for Stretch, which made you feel much better now that you know you weren't forcing him to go out. So you simply followed him to the garage. You pulled 2 helmets from hooks on the wall near his bike and handed you the plain black one, while he slipped on a black one with cyan accents and a large star sticker on it. You put the helmet on and silently admired his bike. It was seriously nice, and he obviously took good care of it. He opened the garage doors with the button on the bike and rolled it out into the sunlight. You grinned giddily at the thought of getting to ride it with him, but tried your best to keep your excitement to yourself.
Do I sit behind you and hold on tight, or...
Blue snickered.
Luna!
Normally, yes, you are. But oh, cries. Normally, yes, but you are tiny, so you're gonna have to sit in front of me at least for the ride there for my own peace of mind. If you feel like you've got it, you can ride on the back on the ride home.
You nodded immediately, smiling.
Makes sense. Oh, well, makes sense to me.
You couldn't see his mouth behind the mask, but his sockets squinted a little like he was smiling as he hopped onto the bike and scooted back a little, leaving room for you in front. You hesitated before getting on, but relaxed once your feet were on the little pegs. Blue chuckled softly, in a way you don't think you were supposed to hear, before scooting forward and settling firmly against your back.
Ready?
You nodded, holding onto the front of the seat until he gently took your hands and set them on the handles, before gripping the handles on top of your hands. Which, okay, Blue, that has to be how Blue gets later.
Please! Guys, let me smash him, please!
No.
I forgot that was
in jail. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let me smash him, please. Let me him. Let me him. Let me him.
Listen,
Anyways.
I will read almost anything. I can't. Say
Are you kidding me? No.
No, you're forbidden from getting out.
It's not my fault. The day
it is
blew
your
hot.
fault. I think it is your fault.
Let me live. Cries.
Okay, back to.
Okay, back to this.
I'm just gonna reread a little bit.
I have to lower my voice
Okay,
for him.
Which, okay, Blue, that has to be how Blue gets laid or something. That or he's the fucking Rizzler. You can't believe you just thought that. Shut the fuck up, perhaps. You forced yourself not to laugh at your own thoughts.
Now you're ready.
You grin and nod.
Hold on. I had to replug my headphones in.
Are you mad that you mad?
Hold on. Give me a second here. Mega Peter's about to die on me.
Oh no.
Not about to die, but still a battery.
Let me know if you want me to, like, reread.
Oh yeah, please reread.
Okay. You grin and nod.
Is there anything I need to do?
He huffed a laugh behind you, and you felt it more than heard it with his chest pressed against you.
Marry me. Continue.
It's your line!
That's your turn! Yeah, continue, Luna. Continue.
Shut up! Okay, crying. Okay, I clicked off and I thought it was Chino. Okay, let me cry. Shut up.
You should have.
Enjoy the ride. Nice! Sounds scared than it should have. Continue.
Oh, he revved the engine twice before taking off. In just a few seconds, the world became a blur. It started a euphoric laugh out of you, and you shut your socket against the wind, feeling your soul spike with adrenaline from the thrill. The ride to Walmart was short, but incredibly fun. It did have you wishing you bought a jacket to fend against the sharp November air, though. You locked the bike after you hopped off, with your hands still shaking from the ride. You both slipped your helmets into your inventory and walked into the store. Leftover Halloween stuff was still out, so you beelined it to that aisle, scouring for the most atrocious angel costume. Shitty feathered wings and a wire halo wrapped in foam and glittery fabric. Perfect. Blue raised a brow at you, silently questioning your gag gift choices. You only left him with more questions when your only response was...
Oh, inside joke. Let's just say he has a better pair.
Blue led you to the bakery that was across the front of the store after you had grabbed a floral birthday card. You grabbed a couple of honey-drizzled blueberry muffins and other honey-leaning treats, while you looked around for something your brother might like. Sad to say it, but you didn't know. You figured the shitty frosted sugar cookies you barely remember being obsessed with before you drowned would do. And as you grabbed them, you noticed a small box of ginger snaps next to it.
Oh, Deb.
No.
Ed, I'm just speaking! I was going! Try. Oh, Edge likes those.
He strangled a screech and jumped away from Blue, who had apparently snuck behind you while you were looking at cookies. He burst into laughter, and you weren't sure if it was because the sound or your expression, but you were immediately on playful defense.
My headphones. Please. See, my other headphones don't slip off, but these do. Hold on. Oh, no. What are you, the fucking Cookie Monster? You scared the shit out of me. Don't do that.
He wheezed, which made you question how exactly a skeleton could do that, despite being one yourself. You caught your breath from your heart attack, shooting playful glares his way until he pulled himself together.
Suddenly I get why my Mars does that all the time.
You side-eye him.
I will not hesitate to put a bell on your ass, too.
He snickered, patting your back.
Apologies.
You rolled your eyelight and grabbed the box of ginger snaps and sugar cookies and walked away. He continued to tail you, giggling all the way to the register. In the self-checkout, as you were scanning and paying for your items, he looked at all the little candies and gum.
Hey, guess what I'm going to get? Trying. Kill me.
There is rain in this game. Hold on. Being distracted by ducks.
Goodness gracious. Am I needing to be caffeinated even more? I chugged a freaking thing of Diet Pepsi today.
Something. Hold on, okay. On my nerves.
What the heck?
You got a blue juicy drop. You actually got one too, because you deserve something sweet after getting 6 years shaved off your literal afterlife. You also grabbed 2 packs of Big Red gum, because you thought Red would get a kick out of it, and you remember liking it before drowning. You slipped both your goods into your inventory and put on your helmet before hopping on the bike again. You sat behind this time and shivered at the first breeze. The sun had set while you were inside the store, and you missed the warmth. Blue must have noticed because he immediately slipped his leather jacket off and handed it to you. You hid your embarrassed flush by slipping your visor down, but accepted it because it was cold. You checked your phone to see it was 60 degrees, which on its own wasn't bad, but sucked to be in a tank top and speeding down the highway floor. You wrapped your arms tight around Blue's ribs and set your feet on the right pegs, then he took off. You found you preferred the ride much more at night. The sun wasn't blinding you. The cover of darkness erased a lot of the motion blur that had made you a little dizzy on the way to the store. The lights were all beautiful, and you could see the stars very well, not to mention the lack of traffic. Taking a small risk, you let your tail slip out of your pants, enjoying the feeling of the air whipping past. You would let your wings out to get a taste of flying again, but your wingspan and the speed you were going would pick the bike off the ground. It didn't take long to get back home. You slipped your tail back in the second you let go of Blue. Thankfully, he didn't see, because you didn't feel like explaining, and you made your way back inside. Your brother was on the couch, talking quietly to Malvery, as Mel showed Apollo how to play what looked like Fall Guys with Red. You quietly came behind him and ran your fingers back and forth over the top of his skull, as if ruffling non-existent hair. He huffed a laugh and immediately launched into telling you about the game, which you happily listened to. You offered him the cookies you bought, and he groaned when he saw the infamous shitty frosted cookies.
What the fuck? I love these.
Apollo shook his head.
Wait, is Void here?
Void.
Sorry. Wait, fuck, where are we? I like
We're
zoned
at,
out for a
Apollo
minute.
shook his head.
Yeah.
Where?
Apollo shook his head.
Oh, okay. You're mentally deranged.
Calls coming from inside the house.
What does that even mean?
What do you like to know, mother boy?
What?
Red did get a laugh out of the pack of gum, and Edge was surprised with the cookies, but offered you a rare, genuine smile, so you took it as a win. You changed Blue's contact to Cookie Monster, and walked home after bragging to Apollo about riding a motorcycle.
What the fuck is a motorcycle?
Ride the cyclone, Paps.
What?
I love that. That's. Oh my gosh! Wait, Hot Blue. I forgot about this Hot Blue Tumblr post. Wait, hold up. I need to look at Hot Blue.
Oh my god.
I'm here for Hot Blue. Hold up. The J art Tumblr post is linked. Hold up.
Oh my god, it is.
Hot Blue art. The hot
You
blue
are-
art.
That's if my Wi-Fi will let me load. No?
It's fighting me too. I don't know. Oh! Oh, my laptop's been unplugged. This is why I've been suffering. Okay, thanks.
Oh, well,
He's hot! We marry him! Please, marry
You're not getting
me!
married, you're getting divorced and
Am
both
I a
widows.
narcissist? Actually, no. That does not work. Ah, crap. Criminy. He's hot!
You know what? Smash.
This kills
Sobbing.
me.
Get out. You're
Real.
all
There you
in
go,
jail. Put
there
Soda in
is.
jail. Put Soda and Darkling in jail because Darkling said it too.
I'm
There it
sorry,
is on
let us
screen.
live! Let us live! He's
You're not
hot!
allowed to live.
There you go. There's
Is-
the
I
picture
judge-
there on stream so people can see.
Ah. Chat, you know I cannot. This is no judgment.
Hold on.
You see this man? He's hot.
Delicious.
You know this. He's hot. Y'all know this.
I don't know about that.
Crime.
Buttered cake.
He's a
Okay.
skeleton.
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism. Delightful.
Biteable bones, guys. Biteable
Cannibalism.
bones. Trust, chat. Cannibalism. Cannibalism. Let me marry him, please.
You're not getting
Actually,
married.
I'm gonna message you like, hey, bestie, guess what? You really should make this a poster, just for me.
Oh my God.
On my wall.
Oh my god.
Hey, bestie. Hey.
It's making me want to start drawing motorcycles.
I'm gonna have to eventually
I wanna
because
make a kid riding a
I have
motorcycle
drawn
now.
a motorcycle like once.
Chris, I'm gonna have to.
okay, well, chapter
Crime.
20.
Oh,
the last one?
hi, Wood. I forgot you were on fire. Okay. Oh, the anti-void.
Actually, let me get a drink first.
Yeah.
I'm hitting you all with the
A
anti-void.
lot of the
duck.
ducks are on fire. I don't know why. No, you're on the concrete. No, you're not.
I know.
You're on.
I
You're in water now. Never mind.
okay, last
I hit
last
you with the
chapter.
anti-void duck.
What? Last chapter.
What?
Yay.
Anti-void duck.
I don't read at all here. Read
Don't error me.
Error. Don't error you. What if I hit you with the?
I'm just gonna
Blink,
start
motherfucker,
reading.
blink!
Oh my god.
What's the wrong one?
But see, like, that's a glimpse of me drawing a motorcycle once.
Hold up. Wait, stop.
Oh,
I need to
there's
fix this. Hold
30
up.
chats.
Where is it?
that I have
Where is it,
not
please?
been looking
Where is
at.
it?
It's in the VC chat.
Crap. No, I'm trying to find a specific thing.
Oh.
Sobbing.
Anyways,
Oh, there's a duck in the water.
I'm a sucker for motorcycle men, okay? Trust.
Oh, Luna, you got put in the small pool. It's gay.
Oh, no.
And shattered. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Wait, am I with
the
the...
drawing of a motorcycle that
Oh, I
I
am
did,
with
though,
gay.
was like... That was a reference to, like, a cover of a song, so...
Oh, look,
Well,
and I
I
hover
wanna
away
make
from
know
my
the
kid.
song,
Because I'm going back
or
to the
nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Huh.
oh, Luna, you're on the grass now. You
I know.
escaped the pool.
Do take a while to guess, though, if you can.
Okay.
Okay, time to
back to
continue.
last-
Next chapter,
last chapter.
chat.
Yippee.
Jupiter was
Ole,
genuine.
ole. Ole, ole.
Holy moly.
Jupiter was
Oh,
genuinely
oh,
elated over the fact of you having wings. The morning after healing Edge's ankle, he begged to see your full wingspan. When you told him it was something you'd have to go outside for, he went damn near starry-eyed and dragged you to the backyard. Mars followed with a trail of quiet snickers at your predicament. You rolled your eyelight, but quite liked his excitement. He had worn your hoodie to sleep, so you slipped it off to let your wings shift free. After stuffing the hoodie back into your inventory, you stretched your arms up with a yawn and rolled your shoulders back to more comfortably allow your wings to stretch out. They were massive, of course. To be able to hold your weight with only hollow bones and ectoplasm, your wingspan had to be large. Apollo's wings were even bigger, and 4 times as pretty compared to your gnarly little things, but you obviously didn't tell them that. Jupiter and Mars gaped quietly at the sight. They had only seen the outer tips of your wing prior, which was nothing compared to the real deal.
Do you mind if I...
He chuckled.
You can touch, I don't mind.
Jupiter grinned giddily and sped walked over, hesitating before gently brushing his large hand over the top of your right wing. He smiled at his joy, silently offering your left wing to Mars, who hesitated much longer before repeating his brother's actions. Jupiter sighed wistfully, all the while feeling the little claw at the peak of your wing, then the soft, thin ecto spread between the bones.
This is incredible, Key. I've always wondered what...
He gasped and turned to you excited.
Wait, can you fly? I haven't even thought of that!
You grinned.
Oh, yep.
He made a longing noise, but his bright smile never dropped, spreading the long bones at the end and watching how the ecto folded and stretched between them.
Oh, I've always wanted to be able to fly. What's it like?
You chuckled, your tail flicking happily near your ankles.
Like freedom.
He pulled away and flapped his hands happily before going back to mess with your wings again. It was adorable. If you would have known it would excite him this much, you would have shown him ages ago. Jupiter smiled before looking bashful.
Can you show me?
He raised a brow.
None. What, fly for a minute?
He nodded quickly.
Please? It'd be so cool to see.
He snickered but nodded. You hadn't flown in weeks. You folded your wings so as not to hit anything while you walked to a more open area for takeoff, then spread them. Experimentally flapped twice, making sure you had the space, shifted your legs out for some bounce, let your tail wag twice, and launched yourself into the air. You let out a triumphant shout before laughing and doing a loop for Jupiter down below, who was jumping in excitement. You could see Mars laugh and stare at you in what looked like wonder. You gave them another spin before diving, waiting to hear them shout in concern before pulling yourself back up at the last second. You did a backflip mainly for yourself after that one. You were elated to be flying again, before finally landing near them and folding your wings back. Jupiter rushed up to you and hugged you tight.
It's incredible, Kigo!
Mars patted your shoulder. You scared the shit out of me with the swan dive. He snickered at the vaguely horrified expression on his face, and he couldn't help but smile back. That is really cool, though. You thanked him before peeking up at an idea.
Hey, I'm pretty strong. I used to take Romeo flying all the time.
You turned to Jupiter.
Do you want to go up with me?
Mars blanched, but Jupiter looked like a toddler gifted a pony and a puppy. Maybe an MLP Equestria girl doll, too. I used to fucking love those things. Whoa, hey, new memory. No tails, stop wagging. I need you for balance. Mars cleared his throat, looking a little nervous. You sure it's safe? You smiled.
Hold on. Yep. But I'm down to take you first if that'll make you feel better.
He hesitated, but fell victim to Jupiter's puppy skeleton eyes. Apollo always got you with those, too. Fine. You grinned and opened your arms wide. You raised a brow, so you simply swirled a finger to gesture for him to turn around. When he hesitantly complied, he stepped forward and gently tugged his jacket off. When he gave a questioning noise, but helped you slip it off, you offered. It'll...
What?
Sorry.
It'll...
Blinking?
We're at, yeah.
Where am I? That's what I'm wondering.
When he gave a questioning noise, but helped you slip it off, you offered.
Oh. I was like wondering. I was like, what? And it was my turn. It'll be a little cold. But I'll be able to hold on to you better without the jacket in the way.
He nodded a little and tucked the jacket into his inventory. He smiled and hugged him tight from behind, anchoring your fingers between his ribs. He crossed his arms over yours, offering a little extra stability before you took off again. He yelped, the loudest you'd ever heard his voice, and you laughed breathlessly in his ear canal. He didn't do any fancy loops or dives, not wanting to freak him out, and you noticed how badly he tensed and how fast his breathing picked up when you went too high. You kept him lower to the ground, skirting just a foot or two above the trees. He caught sight of a little clearing pretty far from the cabin, filled to the brim with wildflowers. You hummed softly, noticing his sockets were screwed shut.
Why did you accept if you were scared of heights, bud?
He laughed weakly. Worry about Paps. You nudged him with your nose bridge.
I promise you, with everything I have, I will not drop your brother. Groby weighs twice as much as him, and you, and I could carry him just fine.
Morris hesitated. I trust you. You smiled.
I don't think we can say that.
YouTube guidelines. YouTube guidelines.
No, we're gonna get demonetized!
Just say we got a little frisky or some shit.
Hey, what?
Wait, no, I have to
Frisky in
read
the
that.
sky.
No.
Or we could just I don't know.
Hey!
I don't even know if Blade actually makes money, but still, copyright. Not copyright, that's not the right word. Not the right word there.
Demonetization.
No,
I get it removed or something.
They did a little tango dance in the sky, chat. Don't worry.
the one
They did
you
the
want,
tango.
the one you want is TOS. It's against YouTube's TOS.
Yeah, terms of
Yes,
service.
that-
Yeah.
Don't worry, YouTube. They just did a dance in the sky. Trust,
They were
chat.
just a little
They
too,
did-
they just got a
Very
little too
intimate
silly
dance.
goofy in the sky.
They ball danced in the sky, guys.
Yeah, you could say we danced in the sky once instead of,
There you go.
you
Just
know.
say that.
Sobbing.
Just go ahead.
I hate that I have to read this.
I mean, you
Just
could
say,
not read
say
it,
say
but,
that they
you know,
we
yeah.
danced in the sky once. That would be fine.
yeah.
Hold on. Did you read the first part already?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If I can speak, maybe.
Real.
Hold on. I know I'm not actually reading it. I'm still like staring
Yeah.
at it. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
You pondered. Use your imaginations, chat. they got a little. They got the ankles got shown.
Sobbing. They got a little
Stay
scandalous.
quiet, Luna. Luna, be quiet.
A little scandalous.
Luna, silence yourself. If it makes you feel better, we danced in the sky once.
What?
I didn't drop him.
What?
You know, consider this. Later on in the story, when Mars and Sparks meet, that's gonna be the first thing they think of.
Yeah.
Or the dancing in the sky moment, guys.
Dancing, cough, cough.
Yeah, dancing.
A little
cough,
scandalous
quotation
and
marks.
dance. The horizontal tango, if you will.
This would not be allowed back in the day.
Just a little scandalous is all.
Just a little bit. This is the
Just
book.
a little.
Horizontal. Just a little bit.
Little scandalous.
Anyways, we should scroll down so it's
Yeah, it's not I got the...
Yeah.
good. It's not being shown.
Mars lets you take Jupiter flying. As expected, he fucking loved it, and you were able to take him above the clouds. You don't think you'd ever seen him so peaceful and happy before. You relaxed fully, trusting your hold around his ribs and reaching out to touch the clouds.
This is incredible.
You smile, holding him a little tighter for Mars' sake.
I'm glad you're having fun.
He laughed softly when you glided down a little to let him touch. He looked so much like Apollo. He looked calm, sighing softly, and smiling brightly at the clouds and the colors. Then he didn't. Some intrusive thought must have crossed his mind, because he frowned, then looked vaguely guilty, then downright ashamed.
I don't deserve this.
You paused, frowning.
What do you mean?
He hesitated, then clenched his jaw.
I don't deserve this.
You took a moment to think about how you wanted to approach the subject.
Oh. You deserve to be happy, Papyrus.
He choked on what sounded like a sob, and you held him tighter still, for your own sake this time.
What after I've done?
Oh. Oh. You clenched your jaw before sighing softly.
Who cares about deserving when you... Ooh, what? Okay. Who cares about deserving? You want it, don't you? Is that not reason enough?
He laughed through the beginnings of tears.
Not anymore.
You nudged him gently.
Well, I think you deserve to be happy. I think you're great.
He scoffed.
You don't even know what I've done.
He hummed softly, considering. Not really. You did know what he did.
Blinking, hold on. Never mind. Maybe, but I know you probably did what you had to. And even if it wasn't that, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? Either way, you're a good person now. So, well, to me, why should you expect that?
Was that a selfish one of you? Probably. You couldn't always be a good therapist. You weren't morally great yourself, even. You had done so much wrong. You deserve to be happy too, don't you? You've changed. Jupiter laughed, but it was dry and sardonic.
If you knew, you'd be singing a different tune, Kigo.
You shrugged the best you could while coasting over clouds.
Hold on. My headphones are about to
Is this dialogue heavy? Stay on the tab.
Where are we? Is it my turn?
You shrugged the best you could while coasting over clouds.
Okay. I can keep a secret if you wanted to tell me. I bet that it won't affect how I see you.
He hesitated.
I tapped off. And my brother.
Luna, 2 seconds ago.
I know.
This is dialogue.
I know. I contradict myself. I realized that too late. Crying tears in my homophobic eyes. Chat.
Skill issue. Cry.
I will. And my brother?
You shrugged again.
Mars has saved me in more ways than one. And I like him a lot. I promise you, I'm not going to suddenly hate you guys.
He scoffed, hesitated hard one last time before forcing out.
We were cannibals, Kigo.
You blinked. The surprise in your voice was real, since you weren't expecting him to actually tell you.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
He shrugged again.
Hold on. Getting distracted.
Head and hands.
There's noises coming from the game and it's
I
distracting.
know.
Is it the Oh, fuck. Oh, did stop you? Oh my gosh. You shrugged. Wait, is it
Yeah.
you shrugged again? Part?
Yeah,
Words.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, one of the odder choices of cuisine, but I'm sure you had a reason.
Choices of cuisine. Okay. Anyways, he huffed before drawing in a shallow breath.
We had to. There was no food and we were starving.
You nudged him gently.
If your other option was death, perhaps you didn't have an option. You're here, you're alive, and you did the right thing. You guys survived. I'm never going to judge you for that, Papyrus.
He hummed.
It's okay. I still think you deserve happiness. Both of you.
There was silence for a while. He flew in gentle circles to let him think without going too far from the mansion and getting lost. He enjoyed the feeling of your tail whipping in the wind. After a while, he shifted around to face you. You were very careful to keep a steady hold on him the whole time, and you raised a brow curiously. You had no time to ask a question when he burst into tears and hugged you tight, burrowing into the crook of your neck. You felt your gaze soften, and you flew around in circles until his tears faded and he relaxed into your arms.
Are you ready to go back down now? I bet your brother's worried.
Jupiter nodded, wiping his face free of tears. He smiled at him.
Do you want to take a selfie in the sky?
He laughed.
Of course I do.
Mars had given you both very concerned looks when you landed. It hit you only then that Jupiter and Mars probably shared a trust bond similar to you and Apollo. And Mars had felt Jupiter's shame from the sky. You sent them both the selfies you and Jupiter took. He changed his name to just Zeus in the process of setting his profile photo to one of him grinning in the clouds. You all went back inside, you debating on tucking your wings away before you settled on a couch and wrapped both of the brothers comfortably in their own wing. You watched one episode of Criminal Minds that happened to be playing on live TV, but were weirded out by the level of fucking insane the characters were, so you quickly switched back to NCIS for a while. You noticed Mars was tense, sneaking glances at Jupiter the entire time, so you patted his shoulder gently, made an excuse about needing to talk to your brother about his birthday so they could have some time alone to chat. They waved you by, and you teleported to your room, shifting everything back into place to look like a normalish skeleton. You slipped your hoodie back on and teleported to the mansion. You immediately bumped into Apollo, who perked up at the sight of you.
Brother! I was just about to call you. Upstairs.
He nodded with a smile, and you teleported the both of you into his bedroom. You sat on the little window seat and looked out at the view of the city. He sat next to you and wrapped you in a just-summoned wing. You leaned into him and yawned. He chuckled.
Didn't you just wake up?
You shook your head.
Went flying for an hour.
He gasped.
Sans! Did anyone see you?
You chuckled.
Just Mars and Jupiter. They're real excited about it, though. I took them both flying.
He huffed but smiled.
Well, I hope they had fun.
He snickered.
Mars is scared of heights.
Paula snorted and sarcastically stated.
Oh, I'm sure he enjoyed it then.
He chuckled softly.
Yep.
He sighed and leaned his head on yours.
I missed you.
You slipped an arm around his back, hugging him gently to you.
Oh, that's 2 words, okay. I'm sorry.
He shook his head, tapping his teeth against the top of your skull.
Wait. I lost the spot for a minute. Just funny because I'm scrolling through it as we were going.
Do not apologize.
Do not apologize. I'm glad you're making friends.
He took a deep breath before deflating.
I'm sorry. I forced the bond on you. I know you said I know you said I didn't, but I know you. You were upset that I formed it.
You frowned and hugged him closer.
Because of me, perhaps. Not because of you.
He made a soft, confused noise, so you continued.
Wow. I know how much you got. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it's italicized. I need to know if I had to put emphasis on that or not.
Yeah.
I know. That's not the right word to emphasize. Why is I emphasized?
I don't think I is supposed to be emphasized. It's also lowercase.
Hold up.
All of the I's in this are lowercase.
I wonder if it's because it's Kigo talking and Kigo is a sans.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes.
No. Maybe.
It should have been.
Where
It might
were we
be.
for this?
We're at
You frowned.
and yeah.
Yeah.
We're at he made a soft, confused noise, so
You can also
continued.
look on stream because I finally actually put up the fucking thing.
Sobbing.
Let me look at it. Highlight it for me. Oh, that's I see it.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
see it.
Shh. I know how much you value trust. I'm not a liar. You know that. but I do it by admission, and I know you hate that. I was upset because I'm still keeping shit from you. Important shit. Shit I'm not ready to talk about or that I know is going to hurt you.
He paused, wings wrapping fully around you as he placed his hands on your shoulders.
I understand, Sans. I get it now. I can trust you without being told everything. I trust that you're keeping stuff secret to protect me, and you're allowed to keep secrets to protect yourself too. I understand now.
Relief, cold and intense, crashed over you, and you held his hands tightly.
Blah. Okay, I promise you, Paps. You wouldn't want to know. I promise.
He tugged you into a hug and nuzzled into the crook of your neck.
How many things?
Wow. Two that would hurt you. One that I'm not ready to tell.
He nodded a little.
If you feel up to it, can you tell me one of the two? Just so I can get a feel for what you mean. You can say no. I won't be upset.
You were about to agree, but hesitated.
What's up, Jesus Christ? Your birthday's tomorrow. I don't.
He huffed.
I don't care about my birthday. I care about you.
A beat of silence as you gaped before you gave in.
Okay, in the lab you were 13.
That's long!
Wait, what?
What is it? You hugged a laugh. What is that supposed to be? Sometimes I read over typos because I can figure out what they are.
I think that's supposed to be huffed a laugh or something.
It must be.
Hold on. Let me stare at this again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that must be it.
You huffed a laugh, yeah.
You hugged a laugh.
Chat, don't worry. We'll make a character named Hugged. Okay, guys, we're gonna hug her.
Sorry.
At me. Helping at all. Either crying. Tears. My homophobic eyes.
I'm crying.
Oh, that's me. Oops, I got distracted.
Yeah,
Wait, no, you didn't read it, did you?
I
you
did.
read it?
kind of.
Kind of.
Okay.
We all read it like
Why is
at
it
the same
playing?
time.
Oh, I sure as hell wasn't telling a child this.
Fair enough. Go on.
You sighed.
Gaster wanted to test pure determination's effects on you. I dealt with the injections for 3 years before my body started purging the excess, and he couldn't test on me anymore. When I figured out you were next, I called him out on it. I guess that he knew the experiment wouldn't work, and that he was doing to relieve his own distress of dealing with us by literally torturing us, and I was right.
Apollo's jaw dropped.
What the fuck?
I know, right? Fucking psycho. Anyway, I made a deal with him.
Apollo waited, not so patiently, for the rest, but you hesitated.
This is the bad bit. You sure?
He nodded, making steady eye contact and sending a burst of comfort through the soul bond. You almost immediately relaxed, sighing softly.
Okay. I said I would give him anything, do anything, to keep you from getting tested on.
He nodded a little, but was starting to get nervous.
Sans?
You pushed on.
He asked for a shard of my soul.
Papyrus stared at you, a horrified expression growing on his face.
No, you didn't. Sans.
He looked away.
Papyrus.
Sans, you didn't give him a piece of your soul. Of you.
You couldn't help the faint rattle of your ribcage or the tremor in your hands.
Papyrus. I would do anything to keep you safe.
Tears welled in his sockets, and he choked on his words.
Not tear yourself apart!
You grimaced.
I'm sorry.
He immediately dragged you into a hug, hiding in the crook of your neck.
Don't apologize. Fuck.
He gasped and sobbed.
Fuck, I give you so much shit for killing Gaster. That was why, wasn't it? You were getting the rest of your soul back.
Kinda true. You mainly just wanted to kill him.
Hold on. Oh, there's the repeating thing. What's the noise? I mainly wanted to kill him, but getting the shirt back was a bonus.
You were nothing if not honest. He scoffed.
Still, you had a reason.
He shrugged.
Of course I did.
He hesitated before hugging you tighter.
I'm sorry.
You let your wings shift and slip out the bottom of your hoodie to wrap around him.
Nothing to be sorry about for, bud.
He huffed softly but didn't protest.
Can we just stay like this?
He chuckled softly.
Is that what you want for your birthday?
He laughed softly.
Yes.
You hummed, leaning back against the wall.
Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, there I am. No, wait. There I am. Then your wish is my command.
He snickered.
What? Are you the key to my happiness?
If that's what you want to call it, sunshine.
He spent the night curled together for the first time in years, tangled in each other's wings and arms like the night after you both died. Mars followed Jupiter to his room for a little more privacy, just in case Kigo came back to the living room mid-talk. Mars rubbed at his sternum, trying to ease the anxious ache in his soul from Jupiter's bond. What happened while you guys were up there? Jupiter grimaced.
I'm sorry first. I messed up. I should have talked to you first.
Mars frowned. Paps, what? What's wrong? I'm not going to be mad at you. Jupiter looked away, rubbing his arms.
You will.
Mars furrowed his brow, gesturing to Jupiter. Well, I can't know that until you tell me, Papyrus. I
told him.
Mars paused, icy fear racing through his mana. Told him what? Jupiter hunched over, curling in on himself to hide from his brother's stare. Mars... Yeah. Sorry.
We ate people.
Mars stared, silent and scrutinizing. And?
And what?
What did he say?
He said, okay. Crying! I love them. I love being angsty.
Secretly Merida revealed.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Look at the notes. Soul trade revealed. Cannibalism revealed. Kigo is secretly Merida revealed.
Sobbing. Technically, if we think Kigo's J. Anyways, the redheads.
Cannibalism isn't even spelled right.
Crying.
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
Yeah.
Cannibalism.
I noticed that too.
Why am I still in jail? Hello?
Huh?
Let me out.
I think you're
No,
always
you're
in
not
jail.
gonna let out.
That's a good question.
Fine, you'll be let out.
No, don't let her out. Keep her in.
Let me out.
She needs to be
We
harmful.
all know. Anyone watching this VOD will understand why I got put in jail. But will also be in jail with me. Oh, gosh.
You thing.
Let me be attracted to skeletons. Also, Darkling's head smashed to blue too. This is something I can't be alone to.
Darkling's insane.
Okay.
I'm closing Duck Game now that we're done reading.
What?
Tackling. Oh man, my duck game got kicked.
What the
Hi. Soda, copyright! Soda, the copyright! It's gonna come for us!
Me to blue.
Oh, be to blue be like...
crying. No, you
I'm
know
gonna watch
what?
you get
You know
your
what?
reaction
I'm
on
taking
your
Gino out.
face.
I'm putting you back in there.
Wait, why was I put in there?
What?
Why was I put in there?
What do you think I was giggling
Anyways.
about?
I need you giggling.
Right back in there. Anyways.
Why did Gino get put in?
Why
Oh
not?
no, it's because Gino's the only one putting anyone else in jail.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
What will you when you jail the lawyer?
Cackling.
Blinking.
Technically, there's nothing that can stop me.
What?
What if we
I'm
put
still
Void in the
squared.
jail? What if we put God in the jail? Put Void in the jail.
Oh my gosh! Throw ink in there. You know. We put them in the baby jail. Iris will
Put them
never.
in the
Iris
baby
will never
jail?
see what hit him. Iris will never see
Cackling.
what hit him.
Do not call him Iris, please. That's gonna throw me off so badly. I have an ink
actually-
Iris
Iris is
already.
a good one.
Void,
I have
Void,
an ink
turn off the
Iris.
stream. Turn off the stream, Void, so we can talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Turn off the turn it off, Void.
Are we ending? We stopped reading
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye, people. Goodbye, chat.
Hi.
This is chapter 29.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Huh.
turn
We
off the
read
stream,
4
Void.
chapters.